right, all right. What is good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the stream. Man, what a busy morning for me already. Already had lots of stuff. I was up early, editing. Got a video out for you guys. Got another video ready because today's gonna be a little bit of a shorter day live stream because I got work and other stuff that I got to do. But I was able to finish the first half of my job already. I got the second half, different job later, but I was able to get a video ready for you guys. So I was able to get 2 videos done. One video already dropped, and then another video is coming as soon as this stream ends. I'll let you guys go head over to that new video. So mods, let people know about that. And I'll be letting you guys know throughout as more people kind of jump into the stream. So yeah, really busy day. And I worked out, and I took my boy to school. So, I mean, it's just been crazy day, and it's only, for me, it's only 1 o'clock, you know, so I still got a whole second half. We got to take care of this, drop the video, you know, and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, so it'll be a lot of fun. I did hear about the Kingdom Hearts thing. Let's wait and see before we get excited about that. Let's wait and see what they actually show. Like, they could show some cool stuff. They could not. I don't know if it's going to be any deep dives like on Kingdom Hearts 4. So that's the reason why it's not really in the title or anything. Like, you got to be really careful, like, with Square Enix panels. Like, sometimes they don't show anything new. So, you know, I'm going to be hesitant on actually talking about that Kingdom Hearts panel as if there's going to be a bunch of stuff like, you know, Kingdom Hearts 4. Because they just showed us Kingdom Hearts 4 last month. I don't think they're going to show us, like, anything substantial. But I could be wrong. But, yeah. But I did hear about it, yeah. Let's see, Swordbull Shelf, what's up? Let's get into some shoutouts though. Big love to Dior. And thumbnail is fixed, so thank you about that.
Hey, you.
Shout out to Justin with the $3 dono.
I want to shake your hand.
I want to shake your hand.
That Sony news spooked me a little. Lol, it also reminded me I like physical games. I went from 2 to 10, switched 1 and 2 physical games.
Yeah. Yeah, physical games are great, man. I mean, like, I get, like, you know, the inconvenience, like, I get some of the advantages of digital, but that's why there should be a choice, you know. Having a choice is better than not having a choice, you know. Sony's not killing physical games because, you know, because people aren't buying them. They're killing them because they think that they can assert more control over the games. That's really what it comes down to. There's not because more people are buying them. It's because it's a business thing to where they just think that, oh yeah, like, we can make way more money if we force people to buy digital, you know? That's really what it comes down to. It's not like nobody's buying physicals, so we're gonna kill it off. Like, that's not it. People think that that's it, but it's really not, you know? So, yeah. Shout outs to Justin. Thank you for the 3, man. You're on the Hokage and Stream Ninja. Thank you so much, Justin. Appreciate that. Like always. Always supporting the village, man. Elite Ninja Justin. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate that. Anybody that's 3 or more, you can type or pass up. Justin, remember, we do have a shorter stream today, guys. So if you do drop a dono, please get a music request in so we can get, like, some new music and all that. So if you have something, Justin, let me know. More than happy to. And you don't have to drop another dono. Just let me know your music selection in the chat. So there you go. Let's see here. What's up, Yak? Yiggity Yak Diesel. Party Man is here. General Zamora, life will change. Braden Christensen, what's up, Braden Flightius? The Great Wall, what's up, The Great Wall? Vaughn, what's up, Vaughn? Welcome. Yiggity X says, heck yeah, early live stream. Says, we don't need a PS6 and we already, an Xbox, we already have PC. Well, I mean, not everybody has a PC, but I mean, if the new gen systems are going to be $1,000, even if you have the money, a lot of us do have the money to buy it, but it's like a principle thing. Like, do you really want to support companies that are getting rid of physical games, companies that are charging $1,000 for systems? Like, it gets to the point to where exactly, like, I get gaming's fun and it's good and all, but how good is it? Is it really that good? I mean, for some people it is. For me, I don't know. I don't know if it's that good. Like, I don't think it's that good. Like I said, in this past generation, we've gotten 0 new Fallout games. We've gotten 0 new Elder Scrolls games. We've gotten 0 new Mass Effect games. We've gotten, like, a lot of no-shows.
Also got a physical version of Cruisin' Blast for $19 on Switch before the price shoots up because of the D-list.
I think their D-list, it's going to come back. I think they're going to get a new publisher, like a new, I think it's a licensing thing. So I do think they'll come back. But yeah, let's go ahead and share that up now. I have a digital copy of that game. I bought it when I was in Nigeria. It took like half a day to download the game. Thank you, Justin, with another 3. That does get us to 6 on the combo board. We are out here. Let's go. We'll try to extend it as far as I can, guys, for the stream. Appreciate that. Yeah, we early today because I got some other work that I got to do. You should OJ, you should debate Red Related. I don't know who that is, so yeah, can't debate somebody that I have no clue who is. I don't know. No disrespect to the person. I just don't know who they are. Let's see. Terrence says, "What up, OJ? Just cop sealed E's Memories Revelations." So see the day 1. All right, nice, good stuff. Good stuff.
YUUURR. What's
Yer.
ninjas? Finish FF7 remake Intergrade, then begin to replay peak RPG gaming.
Yes, sir.
Xenoblade Chronicles stuff for the next few months. Asking for advice. After Xeno 1, should I jump to 2 or play X after 3? Xenoblade X combat theme.
Yeah, play X last. So yeah, I would say play Xenoblade 1, then you can play Future Connected, then play Xenoblade 2, then play Torna, then play Xenoblade 3, then play Future Redeemed, then play Xenoblade X. And then yeah, you can play it in that order. So yeah, just play it in that order and you'll be good. Thank you, Shinru. You're not the Hokage! And Stream Ninja, thank you for the big $10 dono. Yo, Shinru always coming through, supporting the stream like always. Let's get a combo break. 16 on the board, Shinru. You are the new Hokage and Stream Ninja. Anybody has 10 more, you can tie up or pass up Shinru on both boards. And thank you for the Monday JoJo. Yo, I appreciate that. Let's go. Let me get the Xenoblade X music for you. Xenoblade X combat theme. Sortable Shelf says, I'm pretty happy gamer despite a lot of the nonsense that surrounds the gaming industry, but PS6 is not going to be worth it. It is going to be the easiest skip of my life. Switch 2 and PC for me. Also don't play a lot of Western games, mainly Japanese and indie games. Yeah, I kind of stopped playing a lot of Western games just because they weren't that great. That was the problem that I was having. We're not that great. Let me get this combat theme. I think it's the Black Tar. Hey, what's up, party man? It says Captain Falcon Punch. Come on, Nigerian internet connection cannot be that bad. It is. It's atrocious. Do you have a lot of physical games? I have thousands of physical games. If you count up all my games across from the NES all the way through the Switch 2, I think I have thousands of games. Thousands upon thousands of games. Like, they can't even all fit in this room. I gotta box them up and put them in the garage because I have so many. Let's see here. Shout outs though. 91 Gamer Boy says, I've been trolling on PlayStation YouTube's every time they pretend the decision didn't happen. Will continue to do so. They don't deserve a pass. Alright. Phil Gamer. What's up, Phil Gamer over there on Twitch? What's up, Leaf Storm? Sony doesn't offer enough games for me a year to even want a PS6, especially if they focused on live service still players. Plus, good evening. Hey, good evening, man. Yo, Terrence. Yo, thank you so much. His real name is Terrence. Hey, thank you for the 100 jewels. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Or no. I don't know what that means. Sent one. Okay, 2 jewels. Thank you for the 2 jewels. I appreciate that. Okay, let's go. Yo, Agchi, what's up, man? Welcome. Thank you for that. Shout outs. I skipped the entire PS5 era and it was easy as the software just wasn't there for me. First PlayStation gen I've skipped. That's crazy. That's crazy. You know, I mean, it's not that it's crazy. Like, I get why. I feel like the PS4 and the PS5 gen for me were like some of the worst gens from Sony. Like, I think that if you look at like PS1, PS2, and PS3, they did way more first party, like way better and way more first party games than like the PS4 and the PS5 era. So I know a lot of people like the PS4 era. I don't like the PS4 era as much, but I know a lot of people do like the PS4 era, but I don't like it as much. But I get why, you know. I get why. Let's see here. Phone costs a lot, and people upgrade a lot. It can cost more than a PS6. Yeah, but like a phone is a different thing. Like, phones are not the same as like a game console. You know what I'm saying? Like, phones are different. I get what you're trying to say, but a phone is not the same as a game console. And like, people don't like, a phone is like way more important because it's like, you know, you got to talk to people and stuff. And it's got like the multimedia and it's got like stuff that's built in. And once again, there's a lot cheaper phones too. You don't have to buy an expensive phone, you know? Like, there's cheaper phones too. This phone that I have is cheap. It's like a couple $100. That's it. So it's like, it's not like you have to buy the most expensive phone, you know? That's the difference though. Let's see here. A phone is a little supercomputer in your pocket. Yeah, it's like a tiny little thing in your pocket, you know. But the difference is, once again, you don't have to buy a super expensive phone. Like, that's just people that want to spend $1,000 on a phone. If you want a cheap phone, or if you want like a $300 phone, you got it. You want a $200 phone, you got it. You want a $350 phone, you got it. I mean, like, there are cheap phones that are decent, you know. So there's also that choice too. You know, with the PS6, I don't think there's going to be cheap $300 choices, you know? Like, so I think it's a bad comparison. Hey, what up, J2 Blue? Welcome to the stream, brother. What's up, Nintendo, for the win? It says we winning. I mean, we are and we aren't. You know what I'm saying? I spent money on a phone like 2019. OnePlus is the GOAT. Yeah, my OnePlus, I basically used it till it sputtered out, you know? So yeah. I mean, this phone doesn't have any connection to it or anything like that, but I mean, I have it. It's not connected, but I have it. Oh man. What's sad is that about the PS5 generation being disappointed is that the base PS5 is genuinely really good at hardware. It might honestly be the most well-built standard home console out there. Yeah, I think so too. I also agree. I think the PS5 is probably one of the most well-built systems ever made. The PS5 Pro, in particular, is one of the most well-built systems, PS5 and PS5 Pro. But unfortunately, the pricing and some of the other things around it are just really bad, you know. Imagine what could have been. The Spawncast with Maddie was good synergy. Oh yeah, shout outs to Maddie, Mr. Maddie Plays. He's awesome. You know, he's a great content creator. By the way, I ended up enjoyed the Spawncast. Maddie seems pretty solid. Yeah, he's great. He's cool. Says don't praise Sony. I'm gonna give them where credit. I'm gonna give credit where credit's due. We're not. I'm not a psycho. I'm not like a super psycho where I'm not gonna sit there and give credit where credit's due. I'm gonna give them credit for their system. I think the PS5 is a good system. It's one of the better built systems out there, from like a features, gameplay, like just controller, like everything. Like, it has very few deficiencies and a lot of strengths. However, one of its deficiencies is game lineup. The exclusive game lineup is terrible, and the battery life is terrible. Everything else is pretty good with the system, obviously. But like, you gotta give credit where credit's due, and then you also have to give criticism where criticism's due. You know. Let's see here. I have 80 PS5 games and only 10 are exclusives, and it's pretty much all the exclusives. Yeah, I mean, that's maybe about me too. I mean, I don't know. I don't have all of Sony's exclusives. Like, I mean, are we counting Concord? You know, are we counting that? So I don't know. But either way, like, I think it's still a good system. Sold your PS5 today. Oh man, sold your PS5. How much did you get for it? Did you get a good amount for it? It still has plenty of games, but nowhere near the amount of exclusives previous gens. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's got plenty of good games, but like, the exclusives are lacking. Like, when I buy a system from like a console manufacturer, like, I expect there to be great first party games that take advantage of the hardware that nobody else does. Like, that's what Sony did before in the PS1, PS2, PS3, even PS4 era. Like, they would build these games that would take advantage of it. And like, this is the first generation. Well, actually, I'd probably say the second generation. But this is by far the first generation from Sony where I feel the first party games, not only are they inferior to the third party games, like, I don't think it's even close. Like, I think Sony's best first party games pale in comparison to the best third party games on the system. And like, the best third party games on the system are like PS4 games. Like, the best games, in my opinion. You know, I mean, yeah, you have Astrobot, don't get me wrong, that's great. You have Baldur's Gate, you know, but a lot of the best stuff is like PS4. Like Metaphor ReFantazio, Elden Ring for many people out there. Obviously, like Sony, even like The Last of Us Part 2 or The Last of Us, like they remade those. Those are some of the best games from the previous gen and the gen before. Those are on there. Those might be the best. I mean, I enjoyed The Last of Us Part 2 more than like almost everything when it comes to Sony's first party games on the PS5. Like, outside of maybe Astrobot, no. But like, I think that's the biggest problem, is that there has been a severe lack. And even like Western games, even like third-party titles, there's been a severe lack of really good ones that justify the costs going forward, you know? So, I got 354. I guess it was a tougher sell than I thought. 350. It's not bad. Was it a disc-based one, or was it all digital? Finally got my Digimon copy, and here stuck at work, working the night shift back-to-back customers. Don't worry, it's gonna be much sweeter when you get back home, Elias, and you get to crack open the game and play it. So, hang in there. I use my Nintendo for Nintendo exclusive. I use my PS5 for upcoming games like Dawn Walker and Fable. And yeah, that's true. I mean, obviously a lot of people use the PS5 for, you know, third-party games. But like I said before, man, like, I don't know. I don't think that the third-party games have been frequent enough or have been good enough. Like, over the course of the generation. Like, from 2020 to now. Like, I think a lot of the third-party games, they're good. But a lot of it has been, like, stuff that's, like, on PS4 or, like, stuff that's just... It's solid, but, you know, Western games in particular. I mean, we didn't get a new Witcher, right? It's been all gen. Witcher 3 came out in 2015. There's no new Witcher. It's coming out, but how many years now has it been? How many more years is it going to be for Witcher? You know, Grand Theft Auto took 6 years plus to come out, so we didn't get, you know, no Grand Theft Auto until the 6 years in, and we didn't get a new Grand Theft Auto all last gen. You know, what else? I mean, the list goes on. No new Mass Effect games. I mean, we got one announced in 2020. It's been 6 years. No new Mass Effect games. No new Fallout games. Like, no new single-player console Fallout games. Not online. No new Elder Scrolls games. Like, all the big gen, heavy-hitting, like, Western games that everyone said, like, makes Western games better than, like, everything else, like, in the PS3, 360 era, PS4 era. Like, none of those have sequels in the PS5 era. Like, the games are taking way too long, you know? They're taking way too long. In lurk mode, we listening to the stream on the side. Hey, shout out Shinru, I appreciate that, man. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Thank you for the big 10. Appreciate that. 16 on the board. We are what is that? We are 14 combos away from a combo breaker ×2. So thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, Shinru. Let's go. All right. Let's keep it a buck. For 6 years on the market, the first party output has been abysmal. We barely get 5 games a year, and has that even happened in 2020? I don't know if Sony even releases 5 games per year. Like, I mean, that's a lot. I'm not expecting that from them, but like, even like the games that they do release, like, we can't even count Concord, right? In 2024, does that even count as a release? Because it doesn't exist anymore. So, hey, what's up, Bead Queen? Welcome. What's up, Rag? Says, I agree. The game lineup for PS5 has been disappointing. That's why I bought a Switch in 2024. Oh, okay, you got a Switch late. I'll embrace being a proud Nintendo shill. All right, Nintendo for the win. Proud Nintendo shill. It is what it is. So, we probably have like 2 or 3 or more mainline Pokemon games before Elder Scrolls 6 even comes out. Yeah, I'd probably say we're gonna get, obviously, Pokemon. I'm sorry, man. I'm not listening to this music. Sorry, Sonic. Let's see here. So we probably got, yeah, a couple more. I mean, I think there's going to be a new Legends game. And I think there's going to be a brand new, obviously there's Pokemon Winds and Waves next year, but then there's probably going to be like another Legends game, because the last Legends game, 2025 for Pokemon Legends ZA. So I'm guessing 2029 for Pokemon Legends, whatever, you know, whatever the next Pokemon Legends game is. So I'll give it about 4 years in between Pokemon Legends ZA. And that'll be about 2 years in between Pokemon's Winds and Waves. So I'm guessing like 2028 or 2029 is when we see Pokemon Legends, whatever the next Pokemon Legends game is. So yeah, that'll probably be out before the next Elder Scrolls game. I'm gonna switch to first party and indies. Xbox Series X for bigger third party titles. The more third party games coming to Switch 2, the better. Yeah. Well, why'd you sell the PS5 instead of the Xbox Series? Like, I mean, considering Sony has like games like Wolverine, like they have a bit better, you know, first. I mean, they have some like exclusives. Why'd you decide to do that? Switch 2 is gonna get more exclusives than the PS5. I mean, I think it already does have more than it at this point. I'm not saying that you're not allowed to. Obviously, you can sell whatever you want to sell. I just want to know what was the reasoning behind it. That's all. I'm just curious. What's up, Gangsta Slayer? Shout out, Speed Queen. What's up, Corey? What's up, G Money? What's up, D Money? Money. G Money, D Money, E Money, C Money. Oh man, a lot there, a lot. I prefer the UI and controller of the Series X. I just like it better overall. Okay, interesting, interesting. All right. Sold my car for a steam machine. Oh man, you got a Pinto, huh? You sold your car for, you got a Pinto, sell that for a Steam machine? Oh, that's great, man. That's great. Let's see here. Switch 2 is going to have like 11 exclusives by the end of this year. Yeah, I mean, we go over all the exclusives. I mean, if we want to be real nitpicky, we can be. So, I mean, like Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza. We can be real picky here. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, Drag and Drive, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, Kirby Air Riders, Pokemon Pocopia, Mario Tennis Fever, Star Fox. What else? Star Fox. Did I miss something in between that? Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. That's already 10. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. I'm counting first party exclusives. I'm not counting third party. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. And then obviously Splatoon Raiders is out this month. So that's 11 right there. That's 11. Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. That's 12. Then we also have Nintendo Switch Sports Resort. Then we have, let's just do that. We have Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Remake. So that's 14. So yeah, that's already a lot. That's already a lot of like brand new games. Like we're not, I didn't even count like re-releases. Like if we count re-releases like with the extra content, then it's a lot more than that, right? We count Mario Wonder Switch 2 edition, we count Kirby the DLC, we count Zelda, we count, you know, whatever. If we count those, that's even more. But I just counted brand new actual releases. So yeah, it's gonna have 14 by the end of the year. Now if you're counting third parties, obviously you have the Fast Fusion, you have Orbitals is coming out as an exclusive. There's a couple other smaller ones here and there, but for the most part, yeah, you've got about, you know, 11 to 14. You gotta have 14 exclusives within the first year and a half on the market. Metroid Prime 4 is not an exclusive to Switch 2. It's on the Switch 1. Notice how I didn't count Pokemon Legends ZA. I mean, we can count those. We can count those as like Nintendo exclusives if you want to. But I didn't count like Pokemon Legends ZA, Metroid Prime 4. Like I didn't count like Switch 2 editions of games, you know. Orbitals and Dust. Oh yeah, I forgot Dustbloods. Yeah, if you count Dustbloods and Orbitals, that's like 16 or 17 you know, exclusives for the Switch 2 within the first year and a half. I counted Drag and Drive. I said Drag and Drive. That's the wheelchair game. Hey, what up, Jeffrey Tucker? I keep missing the notifications. Oh no, you just got. Oh, I just started. I just started like less than 30 minutes ago. You're good, dude. Welcome. How you doing today? How's work? How's everything? How's it? First of all, another thing. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody's work? How's everybody's mental? How's everybody's life going? Like, how's everybody doing? We got to do a little bit of a mental health check. Everybody all right, man? Everybody okay? Let me know what you guys have been playing in the chat. Let me know what you guys have been up to. I'll be more than happy to answer anything that I can. Like I said, I'm not a therapist, but I can say I can maybe give you advice if you want it, and if I'm legally, like if I legally can. Excuse me. See Future Redeemed and Guardians of Azuma for me. Oh, those are both good games. 17 in the first 18 months is fantastic. Yeah, it's a pretty good clip. Pretty good clip. Let's see here. Bad, I got sick on my vacation. Oh no, that's not good. I'm at work right now. Just have to play Persona 3 on your Switch. Hey, shout out Sonic. Get that work done, brother. Work is great. Boss is mentoring me for my leadership position. I'm 40. Time to move on from the grunt work. Yeah, there you go, man. There you go. Gonna have an upcoming clinical for my nurse aid class. Hey, nice, Infernal. Shout outs to the nurses out there. Does the Forgotten Land DLC count as exclusive? Nah, I'm not counting like Switch 2 editions of stuff, like, you know, those. I'm not counting those. I mean, we could, but I'm not counting those. Been replaying Atelier Sophie. 1. Nice, Lucette. Let's go. Like I said, I've been struggling on getting a job. Hey, just keep at it, man. Usually if you can't find a job, your resume is kind of dookie. So if you can pay someone to write you, like rewrite your resume, go ahead and do that. Like, go ahead and pay someone to rewrite your resume. If you have to borrow some money from your mom or your brother or your sister or your family or a friend, borrow some money and get somebody to professionally write your resume for you, and that should open up a lot more opportunities, you know. If you can't, like, if you're having trouble finding like interviews and stuff like that, like opportunities. Let's see here. Element Nullify. What's up, Element Nullify? Welcome. I bought a mini shooter Switch 2 physical copy from Super Rare Games. It's selling really well. Yeah, I heard about that game. John said that he liked it a lot. It's kind of like a Zelda twin stick shooter. Yeah, I wanna check that game out. Just been playing Xenoblade Definitive Edition on Switch 2 at the moment, finishing obtaining the 4th skill tree for all characters. Nice, Yoshi. I was prescribed statin, and I have a cardiac calcium CT. I'm not even super old and overweight yet. Oh man, I'm sorry about that, Jimmy. Well, I mean, at least you have a good thought process about it. Keep a good mental, and you'll be all right. Rogue Trader on the Switch 2. How's that game, Rogue Trader? Element Nullified. Let me know. Finally grabbed the physical for Cyberpunk. Nice. I got a digital holiday for 17, but I need to save on memory for the SD card. Full cartridge is always worth it. Yeah, I got the full cartridge, but I also bought it digital too. So just because like that's for 17, I mean, you might as well. Finish Star Fox challenges and beat Wario Land. I think I'm chilling until Densha Attack comes out. Okay, nice. Yeah, I kind of want to just play Splatoon Raiders, so I'm kind of chilling a little bit till Splatoon Raiders comes out. I'll do some more Star Fox stuff in like Adventures of Elliot, but I'm kind of chilling till Splatoon Raiders for me. Let's see here. City Hall asked them how to find a job. Man, them City Hall people do not care about you getting the job or not. Last week, working on my current job. Started my new gig Monday. Cannot wait. Nice, Huddy. Congrats on that, man. I'm doing good. Been playing Fire Emblem Path of Radiance on NSO and working on the post-game content in Yoshi and Mysterious Book. Nice. Good stuff there, too, man. I'm okay. High on LSD and family history of heart disease. DR is being cautious. Okay, I feel you that, Jimmy Mack. Yeah, stay safe out there, brother. All right, what's up, Nick93? Welcome, man. Finished all endings of Elliot last week. Well worth the money. Yes, sir. Vicious. Have you played Meat of the Hall? I have played it. It's all right. I like it. It's good. Let's see here. Rogue Trader got the physical coming in October. Apparently, the patch to fix up the basically all kind of Mario and Rabbids, but with more exploring. Okay, cool. That sounds pretty cool. Purchased LOH Legend of Heroes. Trails of Daybreak 1 and 2 and Horizon. Nice. When are you gonna get to all those? That's a lot of game, man. that's a ton of game right there. Oof. Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, then Splatoon, spinoff, then Wolverine. Yep. Anyone here ever feels too lazy to play a game? I think it's not even like lazy, just like tired sometimes from work. So it's not even about lazy. Sometimes it's just like you're just tired or you're like mentally brain scrambled. But yeah, I felt that way at times. Like I'll get done editing multiple videos, talking about games, thinking about games, researching games, arguing about games. And then after I'm done with work and it's late and like I gotta get up in the morning for exercise or for work, I'm like, do I even want to play anything right now? Do I even feel like trying? You know, so I mean, yeah, lazy or just tired. Yeah, I mean, that happens to me all the time, man, all the time. Sometimes I just don't want to, and I think that's the reason why Game Pass ended up not working. Ball and gun gamers are always lazy and tired after work. They don't want to play anything else, but that is the main reason why it didn't work. Why Game Pass does not work. Ball and gun gamers just, they go to work, and a lot of them do physical labor. They do physical labor jobs, or you're doing food service jobs, or you're doing doing waiting tables and stuff like that. When you come home, it's like, do you really want to be like engaged in like a game, or do you want to like just chill and relax and like eat and like watch a show or something? I think that's the reason why Game Pass didn't work. Most people are just like, man, I'm just tired when I come home from work, you know? I've been playing Mario Party 3 with my daughter. Also, starting Suikoden HD. Nice. Mostly too tired to play on some nights, so not so much lazy. Yeah. That and being a parent. Yep, kids, things like that. That also, tell me about it, man. Hey OJ, if Sony is not going to do any physical, even third party, does that mean the company's like limited run? It means that they can only print games that Sony has done before in the past. That's it. That's what it means. And Nintendo games. Was playing Black Ops 2 with the boys just like the good old days. Yeah. I think I can kind of shoot through being tired or lazy if it's a game that I'm like super amped to continue playing. Like usually like an RPG. Like if it's Fire Emblem, oh, you best believe I'm playing Fire Emblem. Like Romancing Saga, I played that all the time. You know, Xenoblade, I played that even when I was tired. Romancing Saga, there was many times I played that game to where I fell asleep while playing. Like I was playing the game and I like nodded off, not because the game was boring, but I was tired and I just kind of nodded off and the game was on. Like my Switch 2 went to sleep, or my TV went to sleep because nothing was moving. So there's definitely, or there's just times when like I'm playing portable and I just fell asleep while playing. So yeah, that happens all the time, man. Like it's it's a thing. My day's good, Nimar. How's your day? Happens some nights, but I'm always up to play like an hour before I sleep, even if it's just Mario Kart. Okay, yeah. Handheld mode comes handy because I can just lay in bed at the end of the day. Exactly. That's why handheld mode is so good. What's up, Epic Lobster? Welcome to the stream, brother. Welcome. What's up, Angel Page? What's up, Life Will Change? Welcome. What's up, Chrono Rig? What is good? What is good? I like to prop the Switch 2 on my chest and lay it with these Joy-Con in each hand. Best. I mean, I still play handheld mode. But yeah, that's another way to play. Like how Koizumi was when he went like that. It was like, like in the Switch 1 presentation when he just lied down. I was like, you can play like this. Lazy, super lazy Snorlax mode. Yo, Chrono Rig with the $5 dono, getting us to 21 on the board. We are close to that 30 tier 2 goal. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate that. 9 combos away from that. And let's read off what Chrono Rig has to say. The reason why I ask about companies like Limited Run, I remember the complaints about them using key cards for their collector's editions. Yeah, I mean, but they might not exist, like, or they're not gonna get new games, like after, because like they put orders into Sony or they put orders into Nintendo, right? So like game key cards are way cheaper, so that's why some companies use them. Discs are not super expensive, but Limited Run has to, you know, they have to gauge the interest because, you know, they have to buy a certain amount, otherwise they lose money. So with Limited Run, like if Sony's not taking new games, they can only do old games from January 2028, and they can only do old games from there. So it's going to be like just non-existent business for new games. If there's a new game, Limited Run can't put in orders because Sony's not taking orders on new games, you know? So that's just really what it comes down to. It sucks. It really does. Yeah, we clown Ball and Gunplayer when there are plenty of sword and shroomers about. They're just a different team. I don't even engage with the spin-offs. Only 2D and 3D adventure. I'm not sure what that means, but okay. It says, damn, yeah, it sucks, man. That's why, dude, I have another video talking about Sony ending physical games, why it's bad. Like, I don't know if I'm ever going to stop talking about this. Like, yesterday I showed my picture on Twitter. I don't know if you guys, a lot of you guys are not on Twitter, but I showed my picture on Twitter and I said, yo, like, this is obviously my physical library is not the most impressive, but I mean, I still have a lot of physical, I mean, this is like 40 something games, not including my digital library. This obviously doesn't include my PS4 library. It doesn't include my PS1, PS2, PS3 library. This is not all my PS5 games. I have some special editions, like, you know, over here and over here. So I have more games than this. But, like, I have been buying physical games the whole PS5 gen. Like, I like physical games on PS5. Like, I don't really buy any digital games. Like, I've bought some digital games on PS5, but most of the games that I've been interested in, I've just bought physical, bought them on sale, bought them whenever. I feel like over the course of, you know, 5 years now, I amassed, like, what? That's like an average of about, you know, I average about 7 games per year that I buy on the PS5 since the launch. Actually a little bit more than that because PS5 came out the very end of 2025. Or sorry, 2020. So 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. So, I mean, yeah, going on 5 years now. And about, I mean, I average a pretty good clip of PS5 games that I buy. So it's important to me. The fact that they're taking it away, man, like, I don't want a all digital library. Like, I think it's bad. I don't think it's good for gamers. I think it's bad for the pricing. I think it's bad for everything. Like, this is one of the worst things that I've ever seen in my life. This is one of the most terrible, terrible decisions that Sony's ever done. And I really, really want them to change it. Like, a lot of people, you know, they'll call me names and they'll call me fanboy and they'll call me shill and all this other stuff. And that's stupid. It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. People think that I was lying. That's why I didn't see any of the people that had something to say to me and say, oh, you're just performative and all that. No, I'm not. I'm buying more stuff than I probably got bigger digital physical libraries than these people got digital libraries. So it's not me just talking. Like, it's actually proof in the pudding. You know, and one of my buddies, you know, that also gets the same complaint, Stealth. I mean, look at his library. He's been complaining about physical games. Look at this. He included his PS4 library, but his PS5 library is very, very, very impressive. I mean, that's a lot of games here. Look at all these games, man. So, like, it doesn't matter what you like the most, whether it's Nintendo or RPGs or this and that. People like being able to purchase games and, you know, purchase a lot of stuff. Actually, my bad. You guys can't see it, so sorry. You guys couldn't see Stealth's library. Here's Stealth's library. My bad. Look at this, man. Look at this beauty. Look at all these games, bro. You know? So, like I said before, man, this is just, it's bad. It's bad. It's just not good. It's not good at all. It's not good at all. I don't like what they're doing. I don't like what they're doing. You know, I'm going to keep on speaking out against it. You know, I'm going to keep on speaking out against it. It's crazy. You know? It's crazy. Yeah, it's a lot of games, man. It's a lot of games. He has definitely more games than me. PS4 and PS5. His library is awesome. My library is not as big as that, but my library is still substantial, you know? So, I don't know, dude. It's just a bad look. It's just such a bad look. Just a really, really bad look. You know, I'm not so sure. Like, I see a lot of people saying that Sony's gonna lead and everyone else will follow and everyone's gonna copy them. I'm not so sure about that. Like, I'm really not so sure about that, bro. Like, nobody's too big to fail. Like, I know a lot of people think that Sony can't fail and they're gonna be like, people don't remember the PS3 era. PS3 era, Sony was in a lot of trouble. That was a very troublesome era because they were doing a lot of stuff that people didn't like. That can happen now too. Like, that same thing can happen now. Like, if the system's too expensive, you don't offer any physical games, people deciding to go over to PC or go to Switch 2, like, Sony's not too big to fail. Like, a lot of gamers think that because of the PS4 and the PS5, but they don't forget, or they forget what happened in the PS3 era. So I don't know, man. I think that there comes a point where, like, you got to draw a line, like, in the sand, and, like, I think that, you know, I've heard this before, and I'm gonna say it. Like, I think Sony's kind of crossing the line here. When it comes to this, they're kind of crossing the line. And I don't think $1,000 plus system plus no physical games, I don't think they're going to be able to just do whatever they want in this and be super successful. I don't think so. But you know, we'll see. We will see. Let's see. PS3 was really dark times, man. But they really made a comeback though in the PS3 era. They made a huge comeback in the PS3 era, you know? I'm getting the digital upgrade pack and physical versions of every Xenoblade game. Nice. Nah, this is not similar to when they removed the headphone jack from phones. And the reason why it's not similar is because you can buy Bluetooth headphones from, like, any place, you know? You can buy Bluetooth headphones from Amazon. You can buy them from Sony. You can buy them from Apple. You can buy them from anywhere. You can't buy games from anywhere. You can only buy games from the PSN. So that's actually a really bad comparison. You know, if Sony removed physical games but then enabled there to be other storefronts like Steam, for example, or something like that, or GOG, then I mean, yeah, it still sucked, but it wouldn't be anywhere near as bad. You know, but they're not doing that. It's just PSN. You know, so I disagree with that comparison. I've seen that comparison and it's stupid. It's dumb. I can't believe PS3 ended up selling more than the 360. I mean, I can. They gutted the system. I mean, by the end of the PS3's life, they were selling like literally like a hodgepodge of what a PS3 used to be. The PS3 got significantly crappier throughout the whole gen, and they gutted the price down to next to nothing. Plus, they had a bunch of great games as well. So, I mean, I can see why it sold, and it ended up selling better. I mean, but they were selling really ghetto versions of the PS3, like the Super Slim. That was the most ghetto thing that I've ever seen. One of the, not the most, but it was ghetto as heck. Like, if you bought a PS3 at launch, or near launch or any of the older model PS3s, it was a significantly better product when it comes to the system itself than like the late model PS3s. Yeah, the Super Slim felt cheap. It looked and felt cheap. It got like a disc load. It was like a slider loader thing. It was ghetto, man. But yeah, they gutted the price down to like what, $199 or something like that, like 150, 175. Like you were able to get it for pretty cheap. So I can see why they kind of overtook Microsoft, and then Microsoft kind of started going downhill a bit, and then Sony started rising like with a lot of their first party games. And like The Last of Us was absolutely that big last push that helped Sony get over the edge, right? Like in terms of edging out Microsoft, because that game was huge. It sold PS3s. A lot of people went out there and bought a PS3 and The Last of Us, even at the end of the generation in 2013, you know? So, speaking of the headphones, it's anti-consumer that PS5 only works with their branded Bluetooth headphones. I mean, I think like Bluetooth wise, right? I think you can use like a wired headphone with it. You can still connect wired headphones to any phone with the $5 adapter. Exactly. That's also another bad compare. Thank you so much, Frankie. I forgot about that. Yeah, you can get an adapter. You can get a USB-C, get an adapter, and that can work too for your wired headphones. You can't get an adapter, at least not from what we know of. They're just getting rid of physical games, you know. So that's the problem. Like, so I've seen that thing. Oh, well, it's like the same thing as like the headphone jack. No, it's not. That's just a damage controlling silly point from people who are looking to defend Sony for no reason. Like, why are you defending less choices? It makes no sense. We all know that's not the same thing. People aren't that dumb, but the people that are saying it are just doing it because they're grasping for straws here at this point. Like, come on, you guys know it's not like the headphone jack. Come on now. All you gotta do is think for 3 seconds and you know that it's not like that. Why are people saying that? It's stupid. So yeah, it's not even close. It's not even close. It's not even the same thing at all. PC for the win. PC's the greatest in terms of specs. Well, I mean, if you're willing to spend the money.
AOJ, every time I think about this decision, I think back to Sony's actions with Nintendo when they worked on the PlayStation Nintendo console, and all the times Sony swooped in and low cut the console price at E3 or jabbing Xbox with trading physical games.
Yeah, Sony used to be really savvy when it came to business and doing things. At this point, they're not anymore. I mean, I've watched Mystic Ryan. I've watched, Radic. I've watched MBG. I've watched some of the biggest PlayStation guys all be universally against this. Like, Mystic Ryan's uploaded now multiple videos. And, he does videos every, it's like every week. Or, he maybe has like one video a week or a couple videos, here and there. And, he's uploaded 2 in succession, when it comes to physical games. Mystic Ryan is like the biggest singular platform content creator. Like, I think he's the biggest PlayStation individual content creator. He might not be the biggest Sony channel, but he's the biggest PlayStation, most subs, right? Most subs. So people really go to him for PlayStation, and he's been very against this. So I mean, Mystic Ryan, he's very balanced with his opinions. He's not going to bend over and whatever for Sony. But, obviously he loves the company, he loves the games, he's a big fan. So, he's going to be more positive than negative. But even Mystic Ryan said, they've lost all their goodwill. They've lost all their goodwill with the consumers. He said that, not me. He said that. Now, Michael Pachter, he's not an anything fan. He's just a guy that's made a ton of money doing investment banking and stuff like that. So, but he covers the video game industry. And I never would have thought that I'd even bring up Michael Pachter's name in the big 2026. But he's been a anti-Nintendo guy, right, for a very long time. Or Nintendo doesn't know what they're doing. They're stupid. They're blah, blah, blah. Obviously, that changed in the Switch 1 era. So that made him change his mind. He didn't have any allegiance to one, or he just changed his mind when Nintendo started doing better. But the fact that if you haven't watched my video, watch my video where I talk about, Sony ending physical games did the impossible with Nintendo, because what he said was just, it blew my mind. I couldn't believe it. He said Nintendo is pro-consumer, and they've made multiple pro-consumer moves, and they made brilliant decisions, with the digital and the physical, and that they're not worried about what Sony's doing. And then he also said Sony is a greedy, anti-consumer company that makes terrible decisions and has been making terrible decisions. And I couldn't believe it. Because that was the exact opposite of what he said, you know, before. Now, obviously, he's an analyst, so you can change your mind. But I never thought that I would live to see the day that people are actually like analysts, you know, not just random, not Twitter PC schizos or psychos or content creators like PC psychos or Nintendo fans or Sony fans or anything, but like analysts like that. I've never heard anybody say like an analyst, whether they're good or bad analysts. I have not heard that. I've never heard that. At least not anytime recently, you know? So the fact that he said that in the big 2026, right, is wild. That's what we're dealing with right now. You've got big PlayStation content creators. You've got analysts that, you know, that were historically anti-Nintendo or obviously think Nintendo's stupid. They're a dumb company. Now completely reverse coursing. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like I said, I almost fell out of my chair. Somebody asked me about the Michael Pachter video. He's like, hey, have you seen it? And I remember saying, oh yeah, I'll watch it later. And I watched it later and I literally almost fell out of my chair. I'm like, I gotta make a video about this. Like, this is what the physical game situation has pushed analysts to say, you know?
My point is Sony has always been out for themselves and have no honor. Sorry, ran out of characters on last post. Please play some God of War music for Sony. They may be a memory soon.
Yeah. So I couldn't, shout outs to Casual Noob, thank you for another $3 dono, but like I couldn't believe that. This is where it's getting to, and like I said, I don't like to harp on the negative. You guys know, like I said, I have a large allotment of PlayStation games. I like PlayStation. You guys know, I mean, I don't always cover it because I don't have the manpower to cover it. I'm not a big entity and I got to focus on what I need to focus on to do the best that I can do, you know? Like, look at my sub count now at this point compared to where we were stalling before. We're doing a lot better when I'm focused in on my RPGs and Nintendo stuff. So, you know, but I play my PlayStation whenever I get the opportunity, whenever I get the chance. Expedition, I'll play, you know, I'll do whatever. But anyway, that's not the point. That's not the point. The point is trying to just get physical games to stay. It's not about one or the other. It's about and it's also bleeding to Nintendo. I want there to be enough pushback here to where Nintendo thinks that this would be the dumbest idea to do something like this. Like, I also want that. Like, I also want Nintendo to clearly see that this is a bad decision. You know. Let me get some music here. Thank you to Casual Noob. Appreciate that. 3 combos away, guys. 3 more combos, and we have a combo tier 2. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. God of War music. So I think given it PS6 not coming in 2027, it'll come out in 2028. Yeah, or it'll come out at the very end of 2027 or 2028. Yeah. I appreciate you being so vocal on the front lines of the importance of physical media before and after I started following you in 2020. You made the Switch 1 gen really hype. Also an old head. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, upper domain. I think like even Dreamcast guys made multiple videos saying that this is a travesty what they're doing, you know? So he's even doing that. Jim Skagga doesn't like what Sony's doing. Please refrain from calling him Glazer. Oh man. Yeah. Man, it just sucks, dude. Fighting the good fight. Yeah, I mean, we got to do something. I think people are starting to move on. I don't think so. I mean, I have a video coming out later and I want you guys to watch the video, so I won't talk about it too much, but $500 million lawsuit. 1.7 million gamers. $500 million lawsuit in the Netherlands, now taking a whole new turn in against Sony because of the rid of. They just added a new piece to the lawsuit, representing 1.7 million gamers, and it looks like that's going to grow in different countries. There's going to be other countries that are going to sue them for this. I don't think it's going to work, but the fact that it's a thing, like, once again, I think Sony can still reverse course, and I think that they will. I think that it's going to have to hurt them in the pocketbook. I think that's really where it's going to come from, and we'll see what happens there, you know? Yeah, MBG he's incredibly mad. I've watched a few of his videos just to hear what he has to say. Like, I want to get what a lot of the core PlayStation fans that actually know the business and know them more than me. Because, I mean, like, obviously, I don't have as much time to study PlayStation as I do with you know, RPG studios like Japanese studios and Nintendo. That's what I spend a lot of my time researching, you know, Did You Know Gaming, things like that. So I don't have as much capability or bandwidth for Sony, But I still look and see. I still watch videos, try to understand, try to learn things new. And yeah, MBG's been doing a good job of at least just like pointing out like the factual information outside of like the rage. Obviously, he's angry, but he does put out some actual information that I don't see other people talking about when it comes to some of Sony's, you know, business meetings and investments and certain things like that. So it's good to kind of get different opinions of the hardcore Sony guys so I can be better informed myself on their facts. Now, obviously, their opinion, it's their opinion. I'm kind of more focused on like when they say, hey, look at this piece of information that we know from here or that we know from here, you know? And just like overall thought process on things. So Mr. PO was a hella mad and emotional. Yeah, I mean, I put Mr. PO's video on Twitter. I put that in one of my videos because, like, you know, I wanted to get the vibe, obviously, from longtime PlayStation fans, you know, that are not happy with this decision. This decision seems to me, like I said, it seems like it's a bad decision. Like, I don't think, like, it's just PR wise, it's terrible, right? It's a terrible decision. And like the more, and I get it, people are moving on, but people aren't moving on. Like, it's still here. People are still getting hella views. It's still dumb. Like, Mystic Ryan just put out a video yesterday. It's got 80,000 views plus. I mean, there are going to be more people talking about it. I mean, we got Trevor Noah. Trevor Noah has millions of followers. He's a celebrity. He talked about that. Like, I think as we go along, you're going to get more higher profile people. You're going to get bigger videos. You're going to get more people talking about this. I don't think it's just going to go away. You know, I don't think it's just going to go away. I mean, yeah, I don't think MBG is gonna come on the show. I am thinking about getting Rob from Ruler 2 Review. He's been pretty vocal about that, so I'm probably gonna get him on the show. So that'll be cool if we get him. I mean, yeah, there's a multitude of options here, guys. Like, there's a lot of options. Like, they could listen. They're still making Blu-rays. I want to let everybody know they're still making Blu-rays. If they want to reprint, or if they need to reprint Spider-Man 2, they can reprint Spider-Man 2. Like, it's available for them to reprint. So they have a Blu-ray factory. They're just choosing not to do it. Like, they could do PS Direct. Hey, pre-order the game. We're going to make this many copies, or pre-order the game and you can do this. But clearly they're doing this because they have a plan. And their plan is to be all digital, probably portable, all digital home console, so you can easily swap between them and not have to worry about that. Like, I think that's their plan. But the problem with that plan is that, one, the prices are getting out of control. Two, you're cutting off a lot of the people that love a certain type of media. Three, you're giving people like completely bad vibes because your digital storefront does not have the same type of buyer protections as Steam or GOG, right? With no other storefronts to buy from when it comes to digital games. So that's the reason why I think that there's like a lot of hesitation here, you know? They could do it though. They could make a disk drive. They could make an external disk drive. They could do it, but they're not. You know, they can print more when it comes to the newer games. So the next state of play is going to get people spamming bring back physical games. Probably, yeah. The next state of play is going to be a madhouse. You know. First, good evening. Secondly, yeah, Rule of Two Review is probably a good choice discussion in general. I'm pretty sure you will like him. Well, I mean, I've known Rule of Two Review for like 15 years now. Me and him, we've collaborated. You can watch some of my previous videos on this channel. I've had him on live streams before. So, I mean, I've literally known him for like 10 years now, 10, 15. I've known him since the Wii U generation. We've collaborated on, I mean, we haven't done anything in a while, but we've spoken, collaborated on videos before in the past, in the Wii U and the Switch 1 era. So, like I said, I've known him, I think, since 2013. So it's been 13 years since I've known Rob. So it's a long time, believe it, which is crazy that I've known somebody online for that long. This is weird. But yeah. Let's see here. Will this also affect Blu-ray movies this? I mean, it could. Yeah, sure, it could. Um, Hey, what's up, Ahmed? Welcome. Let's see. Oh, from the Wii U era. Wii U era, indeed. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he started making videos like in the Wii U era. I remember he made like started making videos like in the late Wii, early Wii U era, and we all were part of a network, like a little bit of a tiny little faction called Gamers at Large, and that was to kind of help out because there was so much negativity, there was so much people being so angry, and the funny thing about the Wii U is that people were angry about like the gamepad, right? And angry about certain stuff and like, oh, we don't have the certain games. And it seems like nothing compared to like, oh, we're ending physical games. Everyone's getting fired. We're getting, you know what I'm saying? We're having studios being spun off. Microsoft just absolutely botching things. Like it just seems so tame compared to what we dealt with back in the day as a gamer. Like back in the day as a gamer, it feels like it was, you know, I mean, we've always had layoffs and stuff like that. That's always been a part of the business, but it just feels like everything before in the past has been like like I said before, like an episode of Doug compared to like, well, not no, I shouldn't say that, not everything, but a lot of the stuff that people got upset with in the past was like feels like an episode of Doug compared to like Forensic Files, you know. Let's see here. It's my birthday today. Hey, happy birthday, Ultro. Bonanza tomorrow. Let's go. Also, the handheld console, they're getting rumored to release, might be all digital. Obviously, that might be another factor. Exactly, that could be another factor right there. But I just don't see how they're going to be successful releasing two separate pieces of hardware, both of them probably very expensive, and then having no digital or no physical media. I mean, no physical media, and then having a portable system. In Japan, you're cooked. Like, portable system, good. No physical media, bad. You're not going to be in stores like that. So making it all digital, that's not great. And then on top of that, the price is already going to be a problem. The PS5 digital is cheaper than the Switch 2 in Japan, and it's still getting outsold quite handily. So it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't think this is the right path for Sony. I think they're making, like I said before, I think they're making a huge mistake. Very, very, very big mistake with this. But, you know, I could be wrong. I trolled Sony on the Black Flag trailer just being Jack Sparrow. Why are the accounts always gone? Yeah. The good old days of people being super outraged at Mario 35th anniversary 6-month buying window. Yeah. I mean, that's not good. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't like that. And I made a video, you know, calling that out. I'm not a fan of that limited release. I mean, I'm not a fan of it at all. Like, 100% not a fan of it. Because once again, you're removing the digital version, you're removing the physical version. I mean, those games are already available, though. I mean, like, you can get them, obviously, physical and digital. You can get them on the original hardware, but I don't like that. But, I mean, I did buy 3 versions of it. But, I mean, it's just, I don't like it. I don't like it. I wouldn't be surprised if they just pull back from Japan. I don't think they're going to pull back from Japan. Japan, you have to, I mean, they've already pulled back from Japan, but, I mean, they have to still release a system in Japan. Like, in order to get Japanese games, you have to release the system in Japan. I think that is a requirement, you know. But yeah, I mean, they're definitely pulling back from Japan, though. Like, it's not a priority. Although I think a handheld system will help with the sales, but the pricing has to be good. Like, if it's super expensive, then, you know, that's a problem. So. I know they still got DVD and Blu-ray physical. I do miss the days of back 2000s video now. PSP, UMD video. I mean, PSP was a bit crazy. Game Boy Advance video was a bit ghetto. But yeah, I mean, they were there for people. That's true. I don't see this. I don't see it being as successful at all, and not even Hopium. The odor is going to follow Sony. Is GTA 6 massive? Yes, but it's not the end of physical media. But it's not the end of physical. GTA 6 honeymoon will end at some point. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that the issue with GTA 6 is that the console market, that in terms of what's available right now, it's shrunk. Right? GTA 6 is going to have a huge base of people buying PS5s and all that. But I think the problem, once again, is the price is still an issue. And I think that, I mean, you're going to have GTA 6 on the PS6. So that's also going to be a thing. And that's going to help with sales and all that. But, man, dude, like, the landscape compared to GTA 5, compared to GTA 6 is completely different. Like, the landscape of, even, like, kids obviously play GTA. I mean, they've been playing GTA. But, like, kids are now, like, they don't think GTA is the coolest thing ever. Kids now play Roblox. They think that's the coolest thing ever. They now play Minecraft. They think that's the coolest thing ever. They now play Fortnite. They think that's the coolest thing ever. Now, yes, are there going to be kids and there are going to be adults playing GTA? Is it going to be huge and sell a lot? Yes, of course it is. But the mind share of when GTA 5 was doing what it was doing before, obviously it got ported over multiple times and people just kept on buying it. The mind share is completely different now in today's day. Like, that's the thing. You know, yes, in 2013 and in I think it was 2014, and then again in 2020 or whenever they released it, 2021, yes, it did sell a lot. But man, the mind share of what people think is like the coolest thing ever for kids is definitely changed. It's definitely changed. So we'll see what happens, you know? GTA 6 can only carry PlayStation so much. They can't put all their eggs into one basket, but they are going to. They have to. They have to this holiday. Code in a Box isn't going to make up for losing games on the actual disc in Japan. It's not. Code in a Box is not. It's not relevant. It's a one-time use. If Dreamcast guy made a valid points about the Switch 2, like battery life, is that hating? No, that's not hating. I never said it was though. I mean, like, you can make points about like the battery life, but if you don't give perspective a little bit, it can maybe be seen as hating. Because, I mean, obviously, if you look at some of the other high-powered devices, the battery life is similar, right? For, like, big AAA games. So, I mean, like, you got to also give perspective, you know? Famitsu chart post 2028 is going to be interesting for Sony. First-party releases they can't really have. First-party releases? Okay. Sony's definitely gonna put going all or nothing on GTA, pretty much treating it like the first party game. Yeah, saying it plays best on there. Like, it's gonna be huge. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be a big. It's gonna be a big game. It's gonna be very big. The PS6 is probably not gonna have people going in places at midnight and buying it all. I mean, they are, but I mean, it's going to be very. I'll say this. You got to be very careful. I think with the PS6 and the price that it's going to be, the scalping is going to probably be insane for that system, so you've got to be very careful. I would go with multiple people. I mean, if you got the strap, you know, I would go with the strap. Like, you got to be very careful because PS5 had a lot of issues, right? PS5 had a lot of issues, like with the midnight release with that, and that was during COVID. People are going to be desperate with these PS6s. Like, they're going to be expensive, and people are going to be scalping them, probably. Considering the RAM shortage situation that we're going through. That's probably not going to end till 2020, 2030. Yeah, if you're going to go pick up a PS6, go with your friends. Or like I said, you gotta maybe strap up because people are going to be out here trying to be real grimy with PS6. I can see it becoming, you know, I can see it becoming a problem. Let's see here. Did you see Mario Matter 200th episode? My question was answered. Max did a huge ranking of Nintendo consoles, plus it was more than three hours long. No, I didn't get a chance to see it yet, but shout outs to M Swizzle. He's awesome. I've been on there a couple times myself. So I bring my strap if I went to the PS6 launch. Oh yeah, me too. I mean I don't have one, but I mean, like, I'd get one. I didn't go to the PS5 launch. I got it delivered to my door, you know, and I was waiting with the baseball bat. You know what I'm saying? I was waiting with the baseball bat and like a dog, like GTA, like that guy on the cover of the cover, like I had a baseball bat and dogs. You know, that's what I had. No, I'm joking. I didn't have any dogs either, but I had a baseball bat. But I was waiting like a hawk. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to a launch. No, I'd get it shipped to my house and just wait for it. I do wish Nintendo did Nintendo Switch 2 video with physical media. Just imagine we watch our movies and shows TV docked, handheld, portal mode, don't ghetto anymore. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll have some like Netflix or something like that at some point. I mean, I know it's been a bit, but I'm pretty sure they'll have it at some point. I don't really care about movies and all that on my Switch 2. Like, I have a million other things to watch movies on my phone and everything, but I get it for other people for sure. I am done listening to God of War music. Soundtrack of the year, right? Let's see here. OST of the year, by the way. I'll ask last time if Dreamcast guy likes the Switch Lite. Is he hating? Orange is purple, bro. What are you asking me a bunch of stuff about another man Dreamcast guy, bro? I do not care. God damn. Stop asking me about Dreamcast guy. Jesus, dude. Stop, bruh. Like, what are you capping for him so much? Like, what are you, like, it's not that big of a deal. If somebody doesn't like him or they think he's hating, oh well. Like, what's going on here, man? Like, are you dating? Are you dating him? Jesus Christ. It's been like 20 minutes, straight 30 minutes, you straight, like, he's my friend. I get it. But damn, dude, like, it ain't that big of a deal. Like, why are you so hell bent on it? So what? Other people think he's hating on it. Who cares? Damn, dude. I answered your question already. I already answered multiple times. I ain't answering no more questions on him. Bro, this is weird. You acting goofy. Anyway, moving on. Hey, OJ, it's nice to see you dropping videos after videos. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. It's being mad weird, bro. Like, come on now, man. Like, this is weird. You got me wanting to say something that I'm not supposed to, that I'm not allowed to say. All right, you got me breaking the rules. Like, you need to stop, bruh. Stop. Just listen. Not everybody's gonna like him. If you go to somebody else's stream, they're gonna talk about me. Not everyone's gonna like me and say this. It's okay. Guys, listen, y'all don't gotta, if somebody says a bunch of stuff about me or a streamer or people in the chat, y'all don't gotta defend me 24/7. I can defend myself. Y'all don't gotta defend me. You can say one, maybe two things if you want. But after that, you can drop it. You don't gotta go back and forth arguing about another man and another person's stream. Like, this is crazy, bro. This is mad weird. So just, like, drop it, Orange is Purple. Like, you're acting real goofy, dude. Real goofy. It ain't that big of a deal. If they think that he's hating, then they think that he's hating. That's it. Okay, so what? Man, y'all got me crashing out over this. got me crashing out over this, bro. Just move on, man. Who cares if they think he's hating? Oh, well, if he's hating, then he's hating. Or if he's not hating, then he's not hating. Okay. Elvin Ryan with the $5 dono says, "Been a while. Hope you've been having a better evening. People get crazy. Let's play games. How close to the Switch 2 giveaway? We're really close to the Switch 2 giveaway, man. I mean, that's a good transition. We're really close to the Switch 2 giveaway. Right now, we're looking at what? What are we looking at? We're at 135,000, going on 136,000. So we're 4K away. But the Switch 2 giveaway is it's September. So it's September 1st. So we're in July, August, September. So I think it'll be September 1st before I actually hit. I don't think I'm going to hit 140,000 before September 1st. Like, unless something crazy happens, I don't think I'm not going to hit that. So we should give it away on September 1st. It should be given away on September 1st. But like I said, if we somehow get 4K new subs, in the next month and a half, then that'll be dope. But I don't think we are, but we've gotten a lot. Since we started this giveaway, I think we went from like 128K to 135K, like in just like 3 months or something like that, 2 or 3 months. So it's been pretty good. Let's see here. Man, I told you to stop, and you're not gonna stop, bro. Like, just stop, Orange is Purple. Like, just stop. And whoever else is talking about Dreamcast Sky, you guys stop too. Like, just both of y'all, just drop it, okay? Just both of y'all drop it. You don't gotta listen. I'm actually asking you guys all this. Do not defend me, white knight me in another stream this hard. If you want to say one or two things, that's okay. But drop it after that. And do not ask the streamer. I actually do not want that defense. I don't want, do not, if somebody else, if you're in a different stream and there's somebody making comments in the comment section, do not ask the streamer about me. Even if they like me, even if it's one of my homies, do not ask, do not defend. I don't want it. I legitimately do not want that type of defense. Like real, like no cap. I don't. Like, I see that, I get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And Dreamcast guy, he's my friend, but I don't think he even wants this type of defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all grown men here. We do not need that. we're not like Taylor Swift fangirls and fanboys here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not like the Beehive. I don't want you guys to be like Beyonce's fans or like Taylor Swift's fans or like, you know, Twilight fans. We don't need that. Like I said, one or two things and then that's it. You don't need to ask the streamer or anything. Even if they like me, you don't need to. I'll be honest, okay? All right, so that's that. Shout outs to Elvin Ryan. Thank you for the gifted membership. I appreciate that. Yo, thank you for the gifted membership, man. I appreciate the support. I do not need that. I do not need that at all, bro. Not at all. Yo, shout outs to the 35 on the combo board. Yo, let's go, man. I appreciate that. Let's see here. I don't see the problem if someone trying to correct someone. It's an opinion. It's an opinion. It's not even about, it's an opinion. If somebody thinks that somebody's hating, oh well, it ain't that important. Now, if somebody's lying, then okay, I get it. But it's an opinion. Whether that opinion is right or wrong, it ain't that serious. So, no, we're not going to spend all day and asking me questions about another man. No, 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 no. You do a stream, and you do that. But I'm not going to do that here. No, that's... See, y'all got me gonna get in trouble for me start acting like this is 2003. Y'all gonna make me start acting like this is 2003 and talking like it's 2003. Let's just say it's really weird and it's really lame. Let's just say, I'll say that instead. I'll say that. It's lame and it's weird. I'll use those words instead. But if this was 2003, I'd be saying a whole bunch of other stuff. Let's see here. Yo, Big J1000. Yo, thank you for the 34 months, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. It's not that serious. Yeah, it ain't that serious, man. How about asking John when y'all two are going to a 49ers game? John lives in the East Coast, so it's tough for him to make it all the way out to California for a 49ers game, like with the family. But I mean, I think one of these days we will go. Yeah. Probably best to get him out of there. They being weird. I mean, listen, I don't want, like, the dude comes all the time. I don't want to ban him because, like, he does come here all the time, you know. So I ain't trying to be, like, quick with the ban hammer, but, like, both of y'all need to drop it. Both of y'all need to drop it, bro. So yeah. By the way, I got my new remote. I got it in the mail. It was only 20 bucks for these LG Magic remotes, so not a bad thing. I legitimately do not know where that remote is. Like, it's gone. I can't find it. I looked in my son's room. I looked in this room. I looked in the garage. I looked in, like, you know, in the trash. I looked everywhere, and I could not. I can't believe I lost my remote to my TV, and I just had it. I can't believe I lost the remote to my TV. I've had this TV for going on 6 years. I've never even not even gotten close to losing the remote. At the most, I might not be able to find it for like a minute or two. And I legitimately lost my remote to my TV. First time in more than half a decade. Crazy, huh? Anyway, I got a new one. It's nice. It's a brand new one. My son bit the top of this thing, so it was missing. So I think I needed a new remote anyway, because he just took a nice bite out of crime, you know, at the top of the remote. So it's good anyway. Give me my remote back, bro. Give me my remote back. Give it back. 35 on the combo board. We are going to see if we can get to 45 on the board, 10 more combos. We do have to end the stream in about a good 20 minutes or so. I do have some other work and things that I got to do. But remember, at the end of this stream, we've got a brand new big video. More fallout from the Sony lawsuits, or from the Sony ending physical game stuff. It's leading to a massive lawsuit with a bunch of stuff. And we've got the updates on the Octopath Traveler stuff, which Square Enix, they have no idea what they're doing. They have no idea what they're doing when it comes to some of the Switch 2 upgrade stuff. I mean, I love Square Enix, but we got to call that out. So we got a video. We're talking about that. So you guys make sure you stick around even after the live stream, because that video is going live as soon as we're done with the live stream. So thank you guys, man. I appreciate that. I remember a lost pencil sharpener in school. Couldn't find it, but half a year later, it suddenly appeared on my desk. Oh, thanks, Ninmar. I appreciate the pencil sharpener story. That was like 2 years ago for Ninmar. That wasn't a long time ago. That was like yesterday, Ninmar. That happened recently. That was you at home. Oh my gosh. In 2003, OJ would have went further beyond. We would have went further. We'll go further beyond. Yeah, so I don't know, man. It is what it is. Well, never mind. Cancellation. We will be here. I can get more work done here. Don't worry. We'll still drop the video at the end of this live stream. But yeah, okay. Now we can move over to a full model here to where we can go the full distance, I think, at this point. I just got the text. So we can move over to the full model. So 45, and then obviously if we get 100 points or more, we can have the 3 hours. So what happened? I got work. I mean, my work and family stuff just got canceled on me. So yeah.
Funny Dreamcast guy story. Every time I put on a Dreamcast guy YouTube video, my mom asks, is that the guy who has no shirts and sleeps in his closet on the floor? I can't believe you defend a guy like that, OJ. Lol.
The shirt rip is quite possibly the funniest thing that I've ever seen from like an individual content creator that's not like a comedian or something like that. Like the shirt rip, the Activision shirt rip of 2020, or what was it, 2021? I forgot when. But the shirt rip was the greatest thing that I've ever seen in my life. So I mean, like, that right there is worth a YouTube play button, a silver play button right there. He earned the silver play button with the YouTube shirt rip, the Hulkamania, Dreamcast Maximania. It's just like, just so happens to be wearing like an Activision Blizzard shirt. Just so happens to be I got a shirt now. Well, not anymore. What you gonna do, brother? Oh man, that was great. I gotta give Max credit for that. Yo, shout outs to Casual Noob. Thank you for the 3. Remember, guys, we got full extensions today, so 45 another combo. We can get music going too as well. So speaking of Square, outside of the support for Switch 2 with modern games, I'm pretty disappointed with their lack of upgrade options. Sega's another culprit. What holds them back? Lazy, being just like a little, not doing the extra work to get it done, like from a technical perspective. Let's see. Rant for Octopath prices on Switch 2, Square being ridiculous after making FF7 Remake 1 and 2 so cheap. Yeah, like that's another problem. That's another weird thing on that one too. So I'm not sure what's going on, man. I heard from RGT's video that even the Mexican government is going hard on PlayStation about taking away physical. Is it Mexican or is it Brazilian government? It's one of those two. But Mexico and Brazil are obviously two different countries. So yeah, definitely companies are going in. Like, I think a lot of places are gonna challenge that. You know, they're gonna challenge Sony on that one. You know, they're gonna challenge Sony on that. But we'll see what happens. Like I said, we'll see what happens. I'm not sure what's going on. You know. I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but you know, it looks like Sony's set on this going through. You know, this situation going through. Like, I don't think Sony's gonna back down from this. I think the only way they're gonna back down is if you know, I'm not even sure the way that they're gonna back down. You know, I'm not even sure. Like, it just seems like they're set on this being a thing. You know, they're just set on this being a thing. So. Hit that like button, though. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. I do appreciate all of you guys coming through to today's stream. Seriously, you guys have been awesome. Yeah, it's a good Monday. Good Monday so far. Good Monday. Shout outs to Micah. What's up, Mike? I know you've been here, but what up, Micah? The Great Wob. The Massive Rican. What's up, Massive Rican? Yes, we're going to talk about the Netherlands thing in my video. I've got a big video that's already set, ready to go. As soon as we're done with this stream, I'm going to make the video live, so that's a fun video for later today. But yeah, I'm doing my best with the vids though, guys. I'm trying my best. I'm trying to get you guys pretty much content, you know, fresh content, you know, stay up to date on all the latest news so we don't have to wait for the next day for the news. So I'm trying to get you guys at least 2 videos, sometimes even 3 videos a day if I can. You know, today might be 3 videos. Maybe if I'm up late, I'll make another video, and then in the morning I'll wake up and do another one. So we'll see. So I'll try to do, if there's anything that's good that drops, of course, you know. So I'm doing a lot more work, trying to put in a lot more work for you guys, and everything. And obviously trying to do a little bit better here on the channel, get more people to see the videos, get more people to subscribe, all that good stuff, you know. So I'm trying to work. I'm trying to do better. You know, I'm trying to push myself. I'm going to be up late. All right. If I have something, then I got something for you. We'll see, though. Hey, what's up, Julio Martinez? Welcome to the stream, brother. My main man, Julio. What up, brother? By the way, if you or anyone else said what's up, I don't respond. It's because I'm mobile 95% of the time, and sometimes I'm just listening. Oh no, it's all good, Massive. Shout outs, dude. Appreciate you, brother. You don't got to explain yourself. You're good. Hey, what's up, Chaos Controlled? Says, hi, OJ. Do you have any interest in Neo Geo AES? Not really. I was never a big Neo Geo guy. You know, never a big. I mean, I've played Neo Geo, but you know, SNK in some of the games, but I've never been a big Neo Geo guy. So that's it. How long does it take to make a video? Depends on what's in the video, you know. But generally speaking, anywhere between 2.5 to 4 hours for a single video. So if I make 2 videos in a day, that's gonna run me about 6.5 to 8 hours most of the time. Let's just say I get it done fast. 2 hours for a video, but that's tough for 2 hours. Usually it's not 2 hours, but let's just say 3 hours. So 3 hours. Let's split it. 3 hours. So 2 videos, 6 hours. Live stream, I usually go for about 2 to 3 hours for live stream. So that's already full day right there, you know. But you also have to factor in research. You have to factor in thumbnails. You have to factor in like a lot of other things. So it ends up being, you know, 9 to 10, 12-hour days most of the time for me. My new schedule. Before it was a lot less, but now I gotta work more for it. So, says don't work yourself too much for us. I kind of have to go hard for the next year or so, guys. Maybe I'll take a little bit of a break, but I mean, right now, like I said, a lot of different stuff kind of came up. You know, I'm not gonna DSP it. You know, like, I'm gonna work harder, and if I need to take care of some other stuff that I need to take care of, I'm gonna work hard. Like I said, I'm gonna go work outside of this job. I'm going to work more here. But yeah, some other stuff came up, you know, and I want to be able to take care of that. So gotta work a bit hard. I gotta go hard for about a year. Like I said, after that, it'll be a little bit easier for me because you know, some situations with my wife she'll be set in and kind of set in at her job, and it'll be a little bit easier for me, so I can kind of ease up a bit. But until then, I'm gonna go pretty hard at, you know, here when it comes to the streams and all that. So, all right, take it easy, Corey. Thanks for coming out to the stream, man. Hey, what's up, House Gang? Welcome. Do you think Nier Automata on Switch, it's on sale for $15.99 on the eShop, think it'd be good? Yeah, it actually runs better on Switch too. It's locked in like at 1080p 30 frames per second. It locks in, so it's actually not bad. But I mean, it would be nice if there was a Switch 2 version, but I mean, knowing Square Enix, they'd make it for like maybe full price, and it would be, well, not full price, but it'd probably be $40 or it'd be somewhere around that. And then it would be no save file transfer. But I would love a Switch 2 version of Nier Automata. I think that'd be great. What's up, Superpower Man? Welcome. You're hungry? Oh, go get something to eat. You gotta try and play Madden this year, 60 FPS. Maybe. I'm not a big Madden fan anymore, you know, but maybe. What's up, Pamon? Brazilian government too, but I don't think it'll amount to anything. Sony didn't even have the back account in Brazil for PS5. PSN purchases had importation taxes until recently. Remember Nintendo considering releasing Switch 2 OLED model? Nintendo everything posted. Nintendo considering releasing Switch 2 OLED model? I think that's something that's kind of already kind of known, right? Thanks, OJ. Going to buy it now? Hey, no problem. Yeah, for $15, it's not bad. So let me see here. Switch 2 OLED model, maybe. I mean, yeah, I can see. But how much is that going to cost? That's going to be more expensive. I mean, I don't think they can even. I don't think they can release an OLED model anytime soon. Rumor: Nintendo considering releasing OLED Switch 2 model. New report from ZDNet Korea. The outlet claims that Nintendo's considering an OLED. That may seem surprising rumor given the state of the industry and the cost of component prices. ZD Korea says Nintendo has been looking to lower manufacturing costs, yet OLED panels are higher than LCDs in that area. It's unclear if the company would actually move forward with this sort of revision, but at the very least, it sounds like there's no rush to get something out the door. Yeah, I mean, sure, considering it, but Korea claims that it spoke with multiple insiders who said Nintendo Switch 2's model is being considered, but has not been finalized. 1% of development at the end of this year is possible. There's no way. A mass production potentially kicking off at the end of 2027 or the start of 2028. Yeah, I highly doubt this is correct at all. I doubt it. I mean, sure, considering, yes, of course they're considering. Of course they're looking at revamping. Of course they're looking at an OLED. There's the Switch 1 OLED, so of course they're looking at that. But I mean, I just don't see it being a thing anytime soon. But I mean, yeah, sure, they're considering it. Every company's considering upgrading technology. Like, that's not a new. Like, that's not like a new thing. Shout outs to Elvin Ryan. Thank you for the 5. Thank you for the gifted membership. And thank you for the 2 for the 7 total plus the gift, man. I appreciate that. 40 on the board. Yo, combo breaks. We're getting close. Another combo breaker coming up. 5 more combos and we got it. Are you going to buy the Bravely Default Switch 2 ports? The Bravely Default Switch 2 ports? I think you mean Octopath Traveler Switch 2 ports. And I'm not so sure. I already have the games. Yeah, dropping, exactly, Nick. You're 100% right about that. Dropping anything right now is super risky, man. It's expensive. Nah, full price. Octopath is full price. Shaking my head. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's full price. It's like 60 bucks. I mean, I think they're 60 bucks individually. That you can buy them in a bundle for like 70 or 80 or something like that. So, yeah, it's not great. Do you think you'll make a rumor video? Make this a rumor into a video? I mean, maybe. We'll see. Could the Switch 2 Lite have the OLED and 350 to 400? Not with the OLED at 350, no. I mean, 400? Yeah, that's possible at 400, maybe 450. I'm thinking if they do a Switch 2 Lite OLED, like, I'm guessing it'll be... I mean, I don't think they'd make an OLED in a Switch Lite, because that's going to be the cheap model. So they wouldn't make it to where there's a premium feature that's better than the more expensive one. So they wouldn't do that. If they made a Switch 2 Lite, it wouldn't be an OLED. It would just be a regular LCD. And it would probably be like $400. That's what I'm guessing. Because they're raising the price to $500. So I'm guessing they would want it around $100 cheaper. So it'd probably be $400 for it. Is anyone getting the new Joy-Con colors launching with the Splatoon Raiders? I don't think I am. And no save transfer makes me so sad. The game is too long to not have save transfer. That's what I'm saying. Like, no save transfer either. So, and I talk about that in my video. So, no save transfer sucks, man. It sucks. Loot Box Me says, Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles might be the only Square Enix game on Switch 2 with a free upgrade path from Switch 1. Everything else is basically no cross-save, no upgrade path. It's insane. I think Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D Remake has one as well. But yeah, there's not a lot. For sure, there's not a lot. It sucks, though, man. Ads are the make you ponder either if the advertisers are what you do next, what they bring to the table. What was that about? Fun, cool? Hey, what's up, Yo? Kazoo, welcome to the stream, young lady. How you doing today? Switch 2 Joy-Cons are too expensive. They are, man. They are expensive. They are pricey. But that's like the going price for a lot of these controllers nowadays, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. I think for Nintendo at least, they need to make sure that they they need to make sure that they what's it called? They need to make sure that they keep the price of the system down as long as possible. So I think that's the biggest thing. So that's the biggest thing, at least in my opinion. Let's see here. I'm young, 47. Yeah, right. Is there any gaming peripheral that isn't too expensive? I mean, there are some gaming peripherals and gaming stuff that probably is cheaper out there if you go on Amazon. But yeah. Switch 2 Lite better be now. I mean, they're not going to release it now. No, it's not coming out this year. I mean, next year maybe with Pokemon, that's a possibility. Because like Pokemon Sword and Shield got a light version of the Switch 2. There was actually a couple different Pokemon ones. There was like a Dialga and Palco one, right? There was like a Sword and Shield one. So I'm guessing that if they do a Switch 2 Lite, it's going to be next year with Pokemon. Yeah, Switch 2 Joy-Cons are pricey. My LT is loose and I'll probably pay $55 is insane. Your LT is loose. Oh, your left trigger is loose. Imagine paying 55 is insane. Yeah, it's pricey. My son showed how single Joy-Con works with Street Fighter 6. Joy-Cons have a lot of tech in them. I mean, yeah, you can use single Joy-Con play. I mean, I think there's even like motion controls with it, but yeah, that's not playing Street Fighter 6 with a single Joy-Con is not ideal. I mean, you're not gonna really be able to do like play at the best of your ability with that, you know. Switch Lite launched the day of Link's Awakening, so it makes sense for the launch with the game. Exactly, Matt. Exactly. That's a good point, right? They launched like with Link's Awakening, so maybe they have another 2D Zelda game ready to go in 2027. They could launch with that over the summer, right, or something like that. So they could have like, let's just say, a Link Between Worlds, you know, remake on the Switch 2. Okay, you launch with that. That'd be a pretty good launch title, right? Like to launch like the system with. What up, OJ? Here playing Hades 2 on the Switch 2 while watching your stream. Can't wait for Splatoon Raiders. Yes, I'm excited for Splatoon Raiders as well. Me too. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be good. It's overall disappointing. Square is pretty much fully invested in Switch 2, and I want to support their work, but it's hard when they have to pay full price for upgraded versions. Exactly. That's why I think for Square, I think the best thing to do is just kind of like, you know, make your... I mean, I get it. People want... I mean, they want to release Switch 2 versions of games, you know, but, like, you know, your current consumers are the ones suffering for like the lack of stuff that you're doing, so they got to do a better job with that. It's not great. Yo, Matt Brinstar, welcome back to the Tune In Tier Squad. Let's go. Thank you for that Tune In Tier pledge. Appreciate it. Let's go. Remember, guys, exclamation mark member, all lowercase. Those I'm gonna show real quick. Those Tune In tiers are only $1, so if you want to become a member, check out the exclamation mark member, all lowercase, so you can join up for only $1, like my man Matt Brinstar just did. If you enjoy the streams, shout outs, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for the support, Matt Brinstar. Today feels like a Sunday, does it? I guess yesterday was Sunday, so maybe it feels like Sunday for you. For me, it was definitely a Monday. It's definitely a Monday for me. Definitely a Monday. You know, got to take my boy to school and all sorts of stuff happening. So a free upgrade path, or even being able to bring the save files from the Switch 2 would be nice. Hope Square starts to do that. Yeah, exactly. Like, listen, okay, you want to do no free upgrade, you want to do no cartridge, okay, whatever. But like no save file path? Like, this is beyond ghetto. This is like beyond trash, you know? So yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. OJ, did you 100% Xeno 1? No, I don't think so. But I mean, I put a lot of time into it. 100% Xeno 1 like sucks. 100%ing any Xeno game sucks. So I don't really like doing 100%ing Xeno games. No, they better do a good job if they want me to support them. Tons of devs doing upgrade paths and save transfers. No reason they can't do it. Exactly. There's no reason why they can't do it. You know, they can't do at least, you know, one of them. Like, they're not doing anything. They're not doing anything at all, you know? So, there's that. I don't know why there's not Netflix and Disney and Hulu and all that type. I don't know why yet, Sean, so I'm not sure why, man. Let's see, who has time to start over Octopath? Like, let's be real. I mean, I don't mind starting over maybe Octopath 1, because it's been a while since I played that, but Octopath 2, like, yeah, I don't know about that one. But, I mean, I get it. Like, nobody wants to restart it, because, like, they've already put so much time into the games. Like, these are long RPGs, so, yeah, I'd rather have the option to not restart everything. But I've already beat the games, but, like, you know, if I'm playing on, obviously, like, you know, trying to get it all the 100%, or trying to do, like, other stuff in the game, you know, it's just not ideal. Red tinted glasses look dope. Scott Summers. They're not red, they're orange, but I guess they appear red on screen. But they're not red, they're actually orange. Apologies for the stuff earlier and those who got affected. No, you're okay, orange is purple. That's why I said I wasn't trying to ban you, man. It's all good. I kind of crashed out a little bit, though. I probably shouldn't have went so hard at you, so my bad, man. My bad. I don't quite get it. If the PS6 is full digital, people who bought physical on PS5 will be punished. That one sounds like the biggest scam. Yeah, it could be. Now, I don't know if Sony's going to do like some type of transfer program, but right now it's looking not good. I just put over 100 hours of Dark 2 and Square does this. Yeah. Tell me about it, man. I know, it sucks. It really does suck, man. Nashville said 16 gigabyte and 32 gigabyte cards have finally released for developers to use. I think that's something that we've known for a bit now. One of the, I think I talked about that. One of the developers, I think it was like R-Type. I forgot what developer, but there was like an indie developer that was putting something physical on cart that let the cat out of the bag with that one. But yeah, it does seem like it's filtered out the developers for, but I don't think the price is that much lower, to be honest. I don't think the prices are that much lower with the 16 and 32 gigabyte cartridge. Maybe a little bit, but I don't think it's that much lower. So, according to, okay, Nash Weedle has a big, Nash Weedle has a big write-up on this, and so does Stephen Bowling. I want to read what, Bowling, I want to read what both of them have to say here. Real quick here, Nick93 with the $2 dono says, I hope everyone is doing good. Let's start the week off strong. Also, can I get some Black Ops 2 or Black Flag music? Yeah, of course, Nick. Yeah, let's start the week off strong, man. We're getting closer to football season. Did you see, Nick, real quick, I thought about you, man. I thought about messaging you on Twitter, but I was like, nah, you're at work. So let me just not message you while you're at work. But I knew you'd come by the stream. Did you see, like, Aaron Donald at the Rams facility? He was there. Like, they got somebody was using a big old somebody was I Spy with my little eye. They caught some like cell phone footage and they like zoomed in and they're like, yo, that's Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald is at the Rams facility. I think he's gonna come out of retirement. I think Myles Garrett convinced him to come out of retirement and maybe win it, because like the Rams should win the Super Bowl. Like they should win the Super Bowl. Like they've got, if Aaron Donald comes out of retirement and he's good, I love my Niners. I think they got a good squad, but they're gonna be really hard to beat. They're gonna be. I don't know how you get past Myles Garrett and Aaron Donald plus their defense. I mean, I don't know how you get past those guys. That's gonna be with our offensive line. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of panicking right now if he comes out of retirement. Let me get the music for you though. But yeah, I know you were hyped when you saw that. So I mean, that was good stuff. So yeah, it'd be good if he came back for you guys. I don't want him to come back. I was really happy when he retired. I don't want him to come back. He's been harassing the 49ers for a long time. Or he was. Let's get some Black Flag music. All right. We're going to read off some stuff here, too, in just a bit. All right, here we go. So, we've got this right here. So, apparently, here's the prices for the carts. Physical format, this is the rumored prices. 16 gigabyte is $13. 32 gigabyte is $15. And a 64 gigabyte is $17. And those are insane prices. Those are so expensive. A Blu-ray disc is like $6. You know what I'm saying? It's like super cheap. It's like less than half the price of a 16 gigabyte cartridge, right? So the carts are expensive, man. They are expensive. So here's the prices for a game key card. So a game key card under 5 gigabytes is apparently $10. A game key card download 6 gigabytes to 16 gigabytes is $12. And a game key card over 16 gigabytes is $14. So, theoretically speaking, okay, a CIB plus is $1 on top of a game key card price. So a code in a box. So, like, there's no point in doing a code in a box. It's actually more expensive than a 16, than like a game key card, you know? I don't know how accurate this is though, I'll be honest. 16 gigabyte and 30 gigabyte cartridges recently released. So like, there's no reason, in my opinion, yes, it totals up over the course of like thousands of copies, but if you're a bigger publisher and your game can fit on a 32 gigabyte cartridge, you should put that on a 32 gig. If these prices are correct, right? Because if a download is over 16 gigabytes, but if it can fit on a 32 gigabyte cartridge, you should be able to do that. Now, I get it. If your download is over 64 gigabytes, then obviously you can't put it on a cartridge. Or if your game is over 64 gigabytes. But if your game is within the limit, like let's just say it's like 50, it's $17, so it's $3 more than like what a game keycard would be. So I mean, I can see that over the course of like hundreds of thousands of copies. All right, that's a lot of money. That's like millions of. It can be like a million, depending on how many you sell or how many you put out there. It can be millions, right? $3, that's a lot. But still, like I still think that 32 gigabytes should get some work. It should get some work for a lot of these games, you know. So a piece of paper costs more than a cart. Yes, Nintendo does that in order to basically convince developers to not do code in a box. It's like trying to send a message. It's like, you want to do a code in the box, fine, but if you do it, it's going to be more expensive than a game key card, so don't do it, you know? It's basically discouraging them from doing a code in a box. So that's the thing. You heard about Need for Speed? I heard the rumor about it, but we have to wait and see if it's like actually killing off the franchise. Yeah, it's just trying to like that's why you don't really see code in a box on Switch 2. Because like, wait a minute, hold up, it costs more than like a game key card. So it's like, what's the point of doing it? There is no point in doing it. Either you go digital only or do a game key card at the bare minimum. Once again, I don't know if these prices are correct, but this does line up with what we've heard before on prices. So Stephen Bowling, he quoted Does It Play, Chris from Does It Play, and Chris from Does It Play said, saw someone post that game key card to stick it to Sony. Don't fall for this fallacy. Sony doesn't kill physical to empty your shelves. They want to force you into all digital. Key card, just like empty discs, are just a Trojan horse to get you there. Like, I don't think it's a fallacy. I don't think it's that far, but like there's some truth to what he's saying here, but it is better than like all digital. Like, a game key card is better than all digital because you can sell the game key card, you can trade it, you can borrow. It's not tied to an account. That's the biggest thing. One of the biggest reasons why people don't like what Sony's doing is because it's tied to an account, and because, like, if you don't like the game, you can't get rid of it. You know, it's stuck on your digital library. They can take it away anytime that they want, right? Licensing fees, or licenses can be pulled. So that's the reason why. Obviously, game key cards have none of that. So it's not the exact same. But I see what he's saying in terms of a physical game. It's not the same as a real physical game. But all he should have just done was explain the differences and say, hey, this is what's better. When you go like extreme, that's when you get people quote tweeting you and you get people saying, well, no, wait a minute, hold up. He should have just said, hey, look, don't fall for it though, guys. This is what it is. But here's what game key cards do. Like, he didn't do a good enough job of explaining it. So you're gonna get people that are obviously gonna write comments in there, you know. Like, it's not a one-time use code. It's not the same thing as all digital, you know. So he should have explained it better. So here's the thing. Stephen Bowling commented this and said, this is an oversimplification of what he just said. He said, key cards aren't my favorite thing. I agree, key cards are not. But there are a couple of reasons developers might opt for one. There are. One, the game is larger than 64 gigabytes. Obviously, you can't do anything about that. Another thing is the current maximum capacity of the Switch 2 cards, only 64 gigabytes, right? The game requires faster I/O speeds. Star Wars and Final Fantasy both need faster I/O speeds. The game cartridges are too slow. So they're too slow for certain games. Otherwise, they'd be loading in the middle of the open world. It'd be hitching in the middle of the open world. So Star Wars Outlaws, Final Fantasy, those games in particular. Or there'd be a lot of those squeezed through. The game would have to be designed with those loading times in mind, like they were designed for like the PS4 mechanical drives, right? For Final Fantasy VII Remake, they were designed for, okay, we know that we're slow as hell with our medium, with hard drives, so we're gonna build in active loading times, like where you squeeze through segments and it's slow, or you walk, or you just see them walking. You guys remember that? Like where you just start walking well, yeah, the game is loading. They're just covering up the loading time, you know? So that's the problem. Like, games would have to be built with that in mind with cartridges. The Star Wars Outlaws dev said that, well, yeah, if we built the game with Switch 2 in mind, then yes. But obviously, the Switch 2 was not out when this game even launched. So developers would have to build the game with Switch 2 cartridge speeds in mind, and they can do it. But yeah, sometimes you have to squeeze through those segments or have walking segments like where they're just talking, you know. So. Mm-hmm. Elevator rides. Mass Effect did that. Certain elevator rides, you know, things like that. Yeah. Keycard is not as. Yeah, but I mean, I think Chris is right. Doesn't play is right when he says, hey, you know, don't fall for it completely. Like, I get that. It still is, you know, a digital game. It's like you have to download the game. So it is still that. So, I mean, I understand what he's saying, you know? Like, I get that. I get that notion and all that, you know? What up, some more? At least Nintendo has a virtual game card, so you can lend my nephew, but the game key cards are good in that aspect. Better than all digital for sure. Yeah, virtual game cards are weird and awkward though, man. I don't like how they work, but I feel you though. Yes, that's true. Doctor said it shouldn't. Hey, what's up, Ava? Not been the best this weekend. Boiling pasta water got on my face, and I've been dipping my face in a bucket of water. Slider than burnt cream. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry to hear about that, Ava. Really sorry to hear about that. And Sony, and you can be hacked and Sony doesn't care. I mean, Sony's security is not necessarily the best, that's for sure. But apparently they've hired a new fraud specialist on their team, so there's that. There is that when it comes down to it, you know. Um, let's see here. Did you know that Overwatch got a physical Switch game in Japan? That's wild. Did it get physical in like an actual cartridge? I don't recall that being a thing. Somebody just put on social media. Jez put social media is so fried. Sneakio accidentally posted the AI instructions he used to generate a tweet, including the part where he told it to optimize for more shock factor. Then he deleted it. I told you guys, social media is fried. It's cooked. It's just bots. It's just AI just telling people what to say and what to do. And I remember I showed you guys the AI situation with YouTube, right? Where literally people are just doing what AI tells them to do. Oh, make shock factor, make clickbait, make things that you're not. It's just, that's all it's for. It's just rage bait. It's just rage bait, man. Crazy. You know? So it's just rage bait. Yes, it did. Monado Max showed it off in his video a few days ago. I did not know that. Are you sure it's like an actual cartridge, or is it like a game key card cartridge where it's like some of it's on the cart, then the rest of it you got to download? I know this is early, but Nintendo would release their next handheld in 2031. That is the last nail in the first party and third party support 4K 60 FPS would be no reason to buy another console. No, I don't want another system. I mean, yes and no. Like, I get it. That's 6 years from now, but honestly, man, I don't want to think, or it's not 6 years from now, but it's 6 years after the Switch 2 launched. I don't want another. I don't want to think about that type of stuff. Like Kapora, like I don't want to think about that, man. Like I don't want to think about the launch of like I just don't want to think about that. I'm tired. I'm tired, boss. Like, I'm tired of people like, well, 4K 60, oh, graphics. Like, I'm tired, boss. Like, the games aren't even that good. We're talking about resolution and frame rate more than we're talking about the games. Like, 4K 60, that's great, 4K 60. What does that do? We have PCs that can do 4K 60. You can spend $1 million on that. The games aren't, that doesn't make the game any better. We need better games. Expedition 33 does not run at 4K 60. It's better than a lot of games that do run at 4K 60. So it's like, that's not the goal. The goal shouldn't be 4K 60, or it should be like, that's not the goal. The goal is to get better games. Like, that's why we got into this situation that we're in. People just talk about graphics 24/7. We should be asking for better games, not for better performance on everything, or saying we need 120 FPS and 5,000 frames per second. Don't get me wrong. That stuff is cool and I like it and we'll talk about it. But like, it boggles my mind, man. Like, I don't want to talk about new systems anymore. I'm new systemed out. I'm 4K 60'd out. I'm 120 FPS out. Like, and I get it. I get it. We talk about those things. Like, we want good frame rates. Like, I just want stable stuff. And listen, I talk about it too. I don't want to be a hypocrite, even though I am kind of being hypocritical right now. But honestly, like, my mind, like when you talk about, oh yeah, in 2030, if they get a system of 4K 60, we don't need other systems. I'm just like, oh, can we just get good games? Can we just get good games? I don't know if I want to talk about new gen. Okay, how about this? I'm traumatized. I am traumatized by the last bout of new systems that have came out. The drama, the controversies, the problems that we've had with PS5 and the launch and with everything, and like the Switch 2 and like the clickbait. Like, I think I'm just done, man. I don't know. I just don't want to hear about it right now, you know? But I feel you though. I feel you. You know? I feel you on that one. But I just don't want to talk about new systems for Nintendo. Xbox and PlayStation, cool. You know, I get it. You know, The Last of Us music, interesting. Haven't had The Last of Us pop up in a hot minute. Oh no, we had somebody talk about The Last of Us the other day. That's why it popped up. There you go. See, that's why if you guys drop a don't-know, put your music request in there, because then later it's gonna fit into the algorithm. 8K games was promised to us with the PS5. I mean, it was on the box. I don't know if they promised actually 8K native games. So, Justin with the 3.
Wow, I looked it up. There is an Overwatch JP Real physical version.
That's crazy. I did not know that. Maybe I'll import it. Maybe I'll import it from PlayAsia. Is there like a free update for this? Or didn't they shut down Overwatch 1? So, shoutouts. Thank you for the combo breakers. I appreciate that. And we also have a, we're actually going to play it now, though, 45. So we're going to play the Overclock. We got a 45-minute extension on today's stream. Let's go.
Overclock Buster!
You do not feel bad for MBG, Felipe. Stop lying, bro. You heard about the Need for Speed? Yeah, I heard about that. Perfect. I already answered that question. I said, yeah, I heard about the rumor that they might have canceled the series, but let's wait and see. Sorry about your trauma, man. Oh, man. I did not like the Switch 2 launch. Like, I love the games and them talking about it. But I did not like the clickbait. I did not like all that. Like, that stuff was draining, man. It was mentally draining. I hated it. I did not like it. So, I'm kind of like in the boat of, you know, let's just wait before we start talking about next gen. I'm kind of like next gen and gamed out right now, you know? So, at least for me, at least, I kind of am. I don't know for other people, but for me, I kind of am. Mine with 20p 60. My TV is in 4K. No need to upgrade. 4K TVs are nice, I will admit. HD twins are, I haven't heard that name in a long time. They used to call that, like, with what, the PS3 and the 360, HD twins. HD twins are offering Nintendo because of fidelity, the depth of the industry. Same reason people can't admit Switch 2 is the start of the 10th generation. Enjoy the layoffs. Yeah, tell me about it. Yo, Higgy, 20,000. Thank you for the 2 British pounds. Don't trust Sony, even if they reverse the decision. It's going to be really hard to trust them. Because, like, obviously, we know what their goal is. Their goal is to ultimately destroy physical games. That's their ultimate goal, is to get rid of it. So that's why I think that even they know they can't do this. Because you can't, it'd be like, it's like, you know, and rest in peace, I guess. But it's like, I can't think of, I can't think of a better example, but I'm going to use this. It's like me saying, as like a black man, I'm going to be like, yo, trust Hulk Hogan that he's not racist. So I'm like, yeah, you apologized and all that, but, you know, I already saw, like, what you said. I already heard your plan, like, how you feel, man. Like, I get it. Everybody makes mistakes, but, yeah, man, it's hard for me to not feel like you're racist, dude. Like, like, I know you apologized and you've done your best to try to work. I mean, kind of, he actually didn't really do his best, but he apologized and he spoke with people and stuff, but it's like, yeah, man, like, you know, yeah, sure, you know, it is what it is. I get you. People make mistakes. I know, you know, but you're kind of still racist, you know. It is what it is, you know. So we. Oh my gosh, is Hulk Hogan really racist? See, look at that. People have already forgotten that Hulk Hogan's racist. Yes, Hulk Hogan was incredibly racist. Yes, he was. I mean, people are complicated though, right? People are complicated. Is he racist to the point to where he's never going to talk to a black person or communicate with them? Of course not. You know, of course he's not that racist. But is he racist in how he believes and how he sees black people? Yes, he is. But like, if he sees a black person, is he going to be like, oh man, he's going to act all crazy and right? No, of course not. Is he going to work with them? Of course he is. He's done that at WWE, obviously. Is he going to have friends? Sure. You know, but like, he does have racist views. Yes, 100% racist views. But like I said, he's not like Ku Klux Klan. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not like that crazy. Let's see here. A dude with a bad opinion with the $2 and says, you know what I think Sony stopped physical games so they open up the store for AO rated games. It still does not open it up for AO rated games because you still need to be rated by the ESRB and Sony still needs to approve it. So that's still not going to open it up for AO rated games. No. But yeah, it's a thought process though. There's something out there. OJ, what do you think people who just wanted the next big game, which will have zero negativity in the entire community united like 2017 again? Even Breath of the Wild had negativity and some stuff surrounding it. So I don't think that's possible in today's day with so many different people on social media and opinions, you know? So yeah. Even PC's running game, you have 1080p screens, higher refresh rates. Most people are good with 1080p. Yeah, I think Steam, the average is like 1440p. Like, that's what people play a lot of their games at. We all saw the spray paint meme. Yes, we all saw like that we all knew what he really wanted to put. Yeah, I mean, really, you can't trust any publicly. I mean, you can't trust really any corporation at the end of the day. But I mean, it's not about trust. It's about, hey, look, when you do something good, we'll say that it's good. When you do something not good, we'll say that it's not good. It's more about that more so than anything. You know, judging everything individually. Would you say 120 hertz TV is worth it for Switch 2? I mean, Switch 2 doesn't have a lot of 120 hertz games right now. But I mean, if you want to play like Metroid Prime 4 at 120, I mean, you can. Imagine how racist Hogan's parents were. LOL, especially. Well, that's when it might be Ku Klux Klan right there. I don't know. His dad was the David Duke. Yeah, that must have been real. Yeah, that was definitely, they were probably real racist. Yeah, that's true. Oh no, a racist can definitely have black friends. I mean, at least a modern racist can definitely do that. Yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, I guess like if we're getting like super hardcore, like super hardcore, it's very different. You know. But I mean, like I said, there's levels to it, guys. I mean, I don't necessarily want to not necessarily want to talk about this, but it's a complicated. People are complicated, and that topic is complicated. It's not like a, no pun intended, black or white thing. You know, it's like there's layers and levels to people. You know, so. Let's see here. PC is PC. PC being an open-ended system has nothing to do with Steam. Steam is still all digital, DRM riddled storefront. That is true.
Counterpoint: if they fix VRR for dock mode, also you get access to 40 FPS in dock mode with a 120 Hz TV.
That's true. That's true. You do get access to that. So I think, like, you know, there's some games that offer that 40 FPS. I think Onimusha, also, you know, what else? Cyberpunk. So there is that. You are right about that. And yes, if they offer VRR, it's going to give you a smooth experience too. It's going to smooth out some stuff. So I think they're still working on it based off of that job listing. And I think that we could see something within the next couple of years. I know it took Sony about 2 years to get VRR working correctly. They had a lot of testing. So I'm guessing it's going to take Nintendo about 2 to 3 years for that VRR to kind of lock in, you know. Thank you, Justin, for another $3 dono. I think that does put you above Shinru as the Stream Ninja. Thank you with the 12. So if anybody does 12 or more, you can beat up my man Justin at the top of the board. 10 for the highest singular dono of today's stream as well. No Jewel. Actually, we had a couple Jewel Ninjas, but nothing high enough to get on the board yet. Shout outs, guys. I appreciate that. Let's go. 50 on the board. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Actually, that's 53 on the board. We are only Noah and Meal coming out and 7 combos. Let's go. Let's see here. I saw Hulk Hogan actually made a guest appearance on the A Team. It was funny seeing him, Mr. T. Love Mr. T. With what you talking about? Ooh, yeah, it's good. Good stuff. Figure drawing, buddy. Real racists don't have black friends. There's prejudices, and yes, I know what he said. I already saw your comment. Current admin. Okay, you're talking to figure drawing. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, listen. I don't want to talk about it, but I've definitely met like real racist dudes that have a black friend. they just real racist when the guy's not around. You guys, I mean, like I said, I went to the high school that I went to was like 80% white. So I mean, I saw a lot of stuff, man, and I absolutely saw guys that were like super racist, but had like friends that were black. You know, like, so that's, like I said, it's complicated. It's not a simple thing. It's not a simple thing. It's not a simple thing to talk about. And it's not even just black guys. We can talk about any, like, we can talk about Asian, we can talk about Mexican, we can talk about, lots of stuff. It's not just, like, I don't want to make it just about black people. Obviously, it's about lots of different type of people. But, I mean, I've seen that before where, oh, I'm not racist against this, but I'll say a bunch of this stuff. Just when that person's not around. But they have a friend. But they'll say all sorts of crazy stuff. I've heard it. Like, I've heard it myself. But, like, I'm like, oh, you didn't say that when he was here just a little bit ago? Oh, well, you know. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's all right, man. So yeah, like, I've seen it. Shout outs. Thank you for the GOAT. 1,000 Jewel GOAT trophy. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate Big Jules. Jewel Ninja. Who is that? PDK? PLDK? Thank you for that PLDK, man. I appreciate that. 1,000 jewels. PLDK. 1,000. Anybody has 1,000 jewels or more could tie up or pass up my man on the board. Let's go. Definitely a fake friend. I mean, it's like I said, man, yes and no. It's like yes and no, man. Like I said, people are complicated, bro. People are complicated. It's not a simple thing. It's not a simple thing. Anyway, dropping a video after your live stream ends seems smart. Yeah. Whenever I can, I'm gonna do that. Whenever I can, I'm going to do that. I'm going to drop a video as soon as my live stream is done so you guys can have something else to watch, you know? Have something else to watch. So, yep, absolutely. Let's go over some of the upgrades for Octopath Traveler. RPG site actually just uploaded their Octopath Traveler Switch 1 and Switch 2 visuals. So, it looks like Octopath Traveler Switch 2 and Switch 1 visuals. For some background, both games run at sub-native resolution on Switch 1, below 720p handheld and below 1080p docked. On Switch 1, even the UI elements were native resolution on Octopath Traveler on the Switch 1 docked. There are a lot of room for improvement when thinking about Switch 2 upgrades. Alright, so let's see what they actually did, though. Haven't spent too much time comparing Switch 2 port with other consoles. PC, but I sampled the PS5, PS4 versions running on PS5 Pro via backwards compatibility. See how the new ports look. Switch 2 version, while massively improved during actual gameplay and motion over Switch 1, is below the PS4 version and played on PS5 when it comes to image quality. The PS4 version and the PS4 Pro version, but the PS5 versions of Octopath Traveler and Octopath Traveler 2 do not have PS5 Pro support. With that context, I expected Octopath Traveler 2 on Switch 2 to at least match the PS4 Pro version, but just below the base 3 different locations. So that's image quality. Image quality is always so, like, it almost seems like it's based off of different people's eyes So I don't really take like image quality to heart, because like I said, sometimes people say image quality is better on this system, like Switch 2, and then you look at it, it's like, oh, that's not so good compared to, and then it could be vice versa the other way around. So image quality is like, it almost seems like that's subjective based on somebody's eyes. Like, you know, if you got blue colored eyes, you might see it in this image quality. So I don't really take that as anything. I want to see what's going on here when it comes to like the frame rate. Switch 2 offering a big visual improvement over Switch 1. But definitely not scaled. While playing on my 1440p monitor, main visual issue I noticed was some filtering and shimmering in the distance. I thought it looked very good otherwise, but definitely not scale up well as a 4K display compared to PS5 release. Switch 2 offering this big visual improvement over Switch 1 and 60 FPS target means I'd likely play this over other platforms just to have the flexibility of playing on the go when needed, but I hope the ports can be improved a bit leading into the Western release this October. Yeah, we need Digital Foundry to give us the upgrades on this one, because he's just kind of like talking off like what he sees from his eyes. So, visual upgrade is noticeable over Switch 1, more notable, delivering twice the frame rate. Octopath Traveler 1 and Octopath Traveler 2 targeted 30 FPS on Switch 1 and had frame pacing issues. Switch 2 version targets 60 FPS both docked and handheld modes. Performance is massively improved over Switch 1 versions with their 30 FPS cap, but it isn't perfect. I noticed some dips early when playing docked. Handheld is opening hour across each game. A few character stories I tried to seem to hold up better though. Not sure if it's because the job's taking care of VRR or not, but it would definitely play handheld over docked based on the time I've put into the ports. I mean, yeah, Octopath Traveler docked is a much worse experience. It's actually, I would say Octopath Traveler docked is terrible. It's not, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not terrible. Obviously, you can play Adventures of Elliot, you can play Octopath Traveler, you can play all these games docked, but these are handheld games. These are portable games. They play significantly better portable. The random encounters, the turn-based gameplay, they don't suit well for docked play. They really suit well for like watching NFL or watching FIFA or soccer. I would say FIFA, and like or watching NBA and just playing the game. I personally feel that these are better handheld experiences. So we'll see about that. Yeah, they're just, I mean, I don't think they have, they don't have any pure resolutions, at this point. So yeah, there you go. That's that. They should have done an upgrade path. Like this is, if they did an upgrade path, I can really recommend this going on. You know, I can recommend it 100% if they did an upgrade path. But they're not. So it's hard. It's a hard recommend. Unless you've never played the game and you just want to get it on Switch 2. And yeah, I can recommend it for that. I mean, but, I don't know. Hey, LJ, how you doing according to National Weedle? Yeah, we already talked about that, John. Yeah, we discussed the whole game keycard price. We already looked at that and discussed it in full. So yeah. Can you explain why Dragon Quest 3 is the only one to get a free update? I think that Final Fantasy Tactics also has a free update as well. So it's those two, but I'm not sure. I don't know what the reason is. I don't know what the reason is, to be honest. So yeah. Square Enix PMO with no upgrade path year 2 of Switch 2. Yeah, like, and I just see everybody talk about it on Twitter, you know, no upgrade path. So that's the problem with these right now, you know. I would say wait for a sale. With no upgrade path, wait for a sale, you know. So that's that. So weird, I have the bundle. Yeah. Have you played SMT Rydell yet? If so, how'd you like it? Yeah, I played it. It's good. I was just saying that Square Enix is doing this. Okay, I already read that. Yeah, just gonna bunker down till 3 comes out. Okay, I hear you on that one, Green Blues. What's your top 5 anime? I mean, I don't know. I haven't thought about it, man. I haven't really thought about top 5 animes or anything like that. But I mean, I like DBZ, I like Yu Yu Hakusho, I like Naruto, you know, so. But I don't know about like my top 5. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and check everything, you know? So yeah. Speaking of all these physical media things, what's the last movie Blu-ray you bought? Haven't bought a disc in digital movie. The last Blu-ray or movie that I bought, the Mario movie. I bought the Mario movie not too long ago, so that was the last one. The Mario Galaxy movie. I think I just got Super Mario Bros. Movie, the first one. But I'm gonna buy I'm gonna buy the next one too. I'm gonna buy that one as well. But yeah, that was the last one that I bought. You said they're also gonna be, yeah, they're $60 each, or I think they're 80 in a bundle or something like that. So yeah, that's full price plus no upgrade path, no save data transfer. That's terrible. That's like awful. Also, rest in peace, Neil. Sam Neill, Jurassic Park 1 raised me, inspired me to be in the biology for my major. Oh, yeah, definitely rest in peace. I saw people talking about that. So. It's so weird because Square Enix, they made somewhat of a path for Kingdom Hearts cloud buyers. Yeah, somewhat. Still not great, but somewhat. So. Yeah, let's see. Yes, man, caught you on the Spawncast. Really enjoyed how you spoke about physical media, and I dropped the sub here. Hey, thank you so much. Was it Lechi PlayStation? I appreciate that. Or Leechy PlayStation? Thank you for the support, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I got another video dropping tonight, or after we're done with the stream here. I got another video dropping about physical games, and like the situation, like the problem that we're feeling, like Sony's dealing with now, like a new problem. So check out that video. I've got a bunch of videos talking about it. Yeah, man, it like sucks, dude. Like I said, like it sucks. I like physical games. You know, I've always liked physical games. I'm an old school. You know, I'm an old head when it comes to that. You know, so for me at least, it just sucks. So yeah. Do not like it at all. Do not like it at all. Do not like it one bit. You know? We lost Awada 11 years ago last Saturday. He missed, and I wish the industry would look at him and heed his words. They're truer than ever right now. Exactly. Square Enix just appears to be stubborn when it comes to the transfers and files and putting games on the actual cartridge. They love game key cards. Yeah, they really are. Like, I get some games being on game key cards, you know, like Final Fantasy, but I think some of the stuff like Adventures of Ellie and all that should have been on a regular game cart. I think they'd actually sell more and they'd make up the difference in the price of it, but that's just me. I think we're getting a combo pack here in the West, but it's not till October. But it's a game key card combo pack. Sony decides to do this as I'm buying more and more physical games. Yeah, like I'm buying more physical games too. Like I'm definitely gonna load up on physical games. I'm gonna buy more. At Walmart, they got a bunch of $20 PS5 games. I'm just gonna go there every week. I'm just gonna go there and buy pretty much every couple weeks. I'm gonna go there and buy like 1 or 2 games till I just buy all of them that are in the case there. So I got Grand Theft Auto 5. I got Resident Evil 2. I'm gonna go pick up. I think they have Grand Theft Auto, the definitive edition with all the games. So I'm just gonna go pick up like that's a PS4 game. I'm just gonna go pick up a bunch of PS4 and PS5 games over the course of the next year or so. So there you go. Do you know if game key cards sell worse or better than the same in Japan? I have no idea. It depends on the game though. Like if it's a popular game like Dragon Quest, that game key card sold well. So some games on the game key card which are normal on cartridge in Japan. Some games are on a game key card which are normal on cartridge in Japan. What games are those? I think it's the other way around sometimes. I think that there's, for example, like Daemon X Machina, That's a game key card in Japan, but here in the West, it's a full-on card game. So what games are you talking about? I missed your message multiple times. Did you tag me? You gotta tag me. You're not tagging me. You can't say that I missed your message multiple times and then you didn't tag me. You didn't tag me a single time. Yeah, I don't see you didn't tag me a single time. How do you say I missed your message multiple times? You didn't tag me one time. Anyway, let me look, Micah. Which message do you want me to read? There's one message where you tell me, where you actually say OJ, but the other message you're just like talking. So hold up. You want me to just read your message? Okay, yeah. If you want me to, okay, listen. Full disclosure, I'll read off messages. Of course I'll try, but I can't read every single message no matter what. So full disclosure. Every message is not going to be read, okay? Okay, hold up here. If you want me to read off your message, for sure tag me. Like, if you have a question, obviously tag me. But I don't think... every message is not going to be read. I'm going to try to do my best to read a lot of messages. But if you want me to read something, you got to tag me. But you can't tag me with every single message to read everything that you want me to say. Like, I get that. Like, I get me... Well, I mean, obviously, I have missed a lot of your messages. But... like, it's also just a general discussion, too. So don't expect every single message you type to be read out loud. But if you want me to read something, tag me for sure. Now, you did say OJ, like you said my name, but, like, I didn't see it. So that's my bad. My bad on that one. But let me read off your message here. Micah, I don't understand why most people are mad about Final Fantasy Resonance not having microtransactions. Most people are not mad about that. I don't know what the heck you're talking about. Most people are not mad about that. No, it's all good. You're good, Micah. You're good. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you being here. But just keep that in mind, guys. Like, if you want me to, like I said, I'll read off as much as I can. But I mean, if there's something that you really want me to read, like, definitely tag me so I can see it a little bit better. It makes it highlights it. Now, I know some of you guys like are on mobile and it won't highlight it, or sometimes it just doesn't work. So I get that, or it's annoying, or like, you know, whatever. Like, I get it. Like, I get that. So just keep that in mind, though. I bought Gravity Rush Remastered, and Gravity Rush 2 might get expensive later. Yes, it might. Tell them to pay. That's the only guarantee. I'm definitely not going to tell someone to pay. But yeah, I mean, obviously, if a notification pops up, then that is a guarantee, because it pops up. But I don't ever intentionally try to miss people's messages or not read them. Unless you're Ninmar or Felipe. Those are the two that I'll probably miss on purpose, some messages. No, I'm like joking. Well, I'm actually not joking, but I'm like kind of joking. I'm like joking and I'm not joking. But yeah. Oh no, I'm just messing around. Let's see here. I watched a video from someone that said that most people are mixed about it. No, that is whoever said that is false. Goodbye Twitch says first time N64 collecting, really great right now. I got titles like Perfect Dark, Pokemon Puzzle League, Jet Force Gemini, Turok, and 9 more under $200. And then I got RE2 Majora's Mask collectors in very reasonable price, all in great condition. Nice. Did you get the boxes with it? Goodbye Twitch. Elvin Ryan with the 2. Hey Elvin, I thought you said that you're leaving. OJ, how do jewels work? How much are they? Bro, I don't know how jewels work. Apparently YouTube takes 50% of however many jewels like that you do, but they're like bits. Apparently they're like bits. But YouTube, I guess, like I said, from what I understand, they take 50% of the jewels. They take 30% of the super chats. So, oh no, sorry. Yeah, 30%. So they take 30% of super chats. They take 50% of jewels. So I don't know. I'm actually kind of confused on how they work. I'm kind of confused. But apparently they work like bits from like Twitch. So thank you for the $2 dono though. I appreciate it. Oh man, not complete. Those are actually still pretty expensive. Oh, okay. It's all good. I thought so. That's what gamer would be upset about. Yeah, I don't know why whoever said that is an idiot. Whoever said most gamers are upset with that, trust me, it's just bots online. It's not actually like real people, you know. Thank you, Elvin Ryan, with the 2, man. I appreciate that, fam. Let's go. Let's see. OJ, I think that's like 8 candy gems. Yeah, I don't even know how candy gems work on LTG stream. You know what hurts? PlayStation started my gaming obsession and my physical media enjoyment going to the store and finding the coolest looking box art back in the day. Yeah, that's what people used to do back then. The box art was it led you to the promised land until it didn't. You know, until it didn't. It's probably mobile gamers that are upset. Yeah, it's probably nobody that's upset. Mobile gamers don't have a say in anything. They're mobile gamers. They just sit down, shut up, and don't worry about the console games. Worry about your mobile games. Go play some other weird Candy Crush or microtransaction out game or something. Don't worry about us over here. So, don't worry about us over here. Nobody's worried about that type of stuff. So, in my opinion, at least, nobody's worried about that type of stuff. Make sure you guys hit that like button, though. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button, though. I appreciate it. Let's go. Jose, the real jewel is the online in this online joint. Hey, I appreciate you, fam. Don't they still have Brave Exodus? I don't know if that's being shut down or what's happening with that. I don't know, and I don't care. Hey, what's up, Dane? Welcome. It's probably mobile game. Yeah, it's probably mobile gamers. Maybe I misinterpreted what the person said. No, I mean, they're probably just looking for clicks, to be honest, man. But I don't see a bunch of gamers like, oh, man, they should have microtransactions in there. Like, that's not any real gamers out there. That's not anybody real. That's just like fraud stuff, you know? That's not real. So... that's not anything real. What's up, Zenji? Just woke up from a nap. 93-degree weather got me tired. Yeah, man, it's hot weather. Here it's 96, so... oh, man, it's hot. Oh, do you like Rise of Kingdoms? I don't even know. What is Rise of Kingdoms? I had fallen touches to swap Xbox to PlayStation for the home play next generation simply due to trusting they would have this. Now that now will be just PC at home, Switch 2 for slow days at work. There you go, man. For me, it's just going to be really big Switch 2 games and like Japanese third party. We'll see how good they are on Switch 2. If they're not good, then, you know, I'll see. I'll see what PlayStation has. But yeah, PC might be an option, man. I might actually just get a cable and take a cable and run a cable from my PC to my TV right here and just play my games on there. Go Steam, big picture mode or whatever. And just grab a PS5 controller, or even like they'll probably support PS6 controls if that one's better, has better battery life. I'll just probably do that and probably just go with PC. Like like I said, I can't trust Sony on that, and Steam is better. Like when it comes to like the whole situation, like I don't want to go Steam, but like that's how bad the situation is right now. It's got me thinking maybe I should buy games on PC because there'll be other storefronts I can buy on GOG. I can buy you know, on different places and I can get the games. Like I don't want to go to only one storefront for like the games. If there's going to be no physical, I need to have multiple storefronts. I need to have choice. But if you're not going to give me any choice, then I'm going to have to go with a place that does give me choice for certain third-party games that, you know, maybe are crusty on Switch 2 or that aren't on there that I want to play. Like maybe if there's a big Japanese game or something like that. So, I mean, it's going to be on Steam. We know that. So, I mean, that's how bad it is right now, man. They got me thinking that I'm going to go back to PC for certain games. Maybe the PC Schizos won in the end. I mean, they didn't, but you know, it is what it is on that, at least, you know. So,
hey you, I wanna shake your hand. I wanna shake your hand.
Don't lie to yourself. You will hate PC about a month or two again. Lol.
That is true. I'll be like, okay, I'm back on PC, but then I'll start hating it. Then I'll just end up just stopping playing AAA third-party games. I'll just like, unless it's, I'll just be like, it's not worth it, and I'll just move on. I'll just do, like I said, UPS is calling, man. UPS is freaking calling, dude. It is calling. It is calling harder than it's ever called in my life at this point. So there's also that. So that's Justin. Thank you for the 61 down on the board. We are out here and we are going. Let's go. Noah and Mio combo breaks in the easy. Let's go. I don't think the sound played, but we good. We still good. Y'all saw the animation. Is tomorrow's stream going to be at regular time or not? Yeah, it should be regular time. Don't let Alex see the statement. Here's the situation. Once again, I don't have a problem going to where it's going to be the best option for me. That was not me. I'm not the one making videos lying about PC 24/7 or lying about this or lying about that. He's the one who's doing that. I'm not the one making videos glorifying everything and saying that, oh my gosh, Gaben's the best, or oh my gosh, Nintendo never does anything wrong, or whatever. I'm not the one doing that. I was open. I said, hey, look, I have my issues with PC and X, Y, and Z. Here are my issues with it. That doesn't mean I'm closed off to ever getting something on there if I want to play something on there. Doesn't mean that, you know? So keep that in mind. I'm not the one who closed myself off to only one thing. I never said that. They're the ones who did that, not me. They're the ones who said Gaben is the greatest thing ever. He's like God, Jesus walking on earth. They're the ones who said that. And then Gaben promptly increased the price of the Steam Deck by $300 and then dropped a $1,000 Steam Deck, or sorry, Steam machine with no controller. You got to pay extra for the controller. I'm not the one who did that. They're the ones who did that. Okay? Not me. They did. So that's on them. How badly would the PS6 have to sell to really spook Sony? Because I'm sure even Sony knows that it's not going to do nearly as well as their other systems, but they would have to sell like Wii U for them to reconsider. If they sell like Wii U, there'd be no path forward. They'd be done. They'd be done as a console manufacturer. I don't think they can recover from selling like the Wii U. Because even in the Wii U era, Nintendo obviously played things conservatively, and they had the 3DS. But if the PS6 sold like the Wii U, there is no recovery from that. I think it would be the end of the PS6, and essentially Sony would probably just revert back to the PS5 and just go with that system till something happens, till something else happens. I don't know what they would do, but Sony in that respect is too big to fail because they still have a lot of PSN subs. So even if the PS6 tanks and fails so bad, they still can subsidize things with the PSN and the PS5. So, but there is no actual path to recovery if the PS6 sells as bad as the Wii U. Like, Sony's done for the time being with new systems. Now, could they come back with something later? Sure. Could they revise things? Sure. Could they fix it somehow? Sure. But if it sold that bad over the course of its life, there's no recovery from that. They'd have to revert back to the PS5 and just go with that, you know? I mean, if they sold in the 50 to 60 million range, I mean, that's terrible for Sony, but they can if they can somehow boost their PSN subs, they can subsidize it. They can and if they keep PS5 alive and still sell that, they'll be fine with that. I mean, that's not good for Sony though. Like 50 to 60 million is not good. If the system is $1,000, that's around what I think they would sell. They would sell maybe 70 million, and that's stretching it. But like 70 million, that's stretching it. In today's market with the competition with mobile, smartphone, PC, Switch 2, with all that, like 70 million would be, I think, the best case scenario for a $1,000 plus system. Now, John from Spawnwave thinks it's going to be a lot more. He said that he's looking at maybe upwards of $1,500 for the system, or somewhere like around like 1,300 to 1,400. If it's that, I think it's nearly DOA. Outside of the enthusiasts, I think it's nearly DOA at that. I don't think a $1,500 system can survive in today's market. I don't think $1,000 system can survive in today's market. So if it's that expensive, like I said, 70 million would be the absolute maximum that I'm going to give them, and that's generous. Generous. No system that's ever been that expensive has ever sold anywhere near that. Not even close. Not even close. So it'd be hard, even with Sony's great brand loyalty, it'd be hard for me to say, oh yeah, they're going to sell 90, 100 million like they did in the past, you know, or 100 plus. Like, I think it'd be under the PS3. I mean, PS3 was down to dirt cheap levels, and it didn't hit 100 million. So I don't know. I don't see the PS5 or PS6 doing, you know, great at that. I don't know how 50 million for Sony would be able to save it when 90 million is actually hurting them. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't think it'd be feasible for them to sell that low. But once again, they can subsidize it with PSN. They can keep the PS5 going, and they can sell that. If they can somehow manufacture that cheaper, and they can sell the PS5 for maybe, you know, back to where it was at launch, $400 to $500 in the future. They can just keep the PS5 going and sell it. PS5 is a great system. People are going to keep supporting it. So they can subsidize it. They can subsidize it, and they can PSN it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've got 50 million subs on PSN. They're making a lot of money on there. So I think they're banking on making higher revenues margins on no physical games, and having PSN and subsidizing PS6 with PSN. That's what I'm thinking that they're going to do. Yeah. PS5 might last for decades at this point. I think the PS5 is going to be around for a decade plus. Yeah, I think it will be. I think the PS5, I think in 2030, people are going to be like, oh yeah, the game came out for PS5. I think they're going to be like, yeah, the game came out for PS5, no problem, you know? I think so. Even like 2028, 2029, 2020, I think, oh yeah, the game came out for PS5. Like, I think it's definitely going to be a decade, you know? I think it's definitely going to be a decade plus. So, get ready for that, you know? We need some more lit music. I don't want to listen to that one. Just finished Integrate. I thought it was going to be longer, roughly 6 hours. Yeah, Integrate's short. It's short DLC. They'll have a PS3 problem again, way worse because no good exclusives, none, only digital. I mean, they're going to have some exclusives. But yeah, you're right about, like, at the beginning, it's going to be cross-gen. So, like, Intergalactic, that's going to be a cross-gen game. So I don't think they're going to have any or many exclusives, you know? John Spawnwave said that the Switch 2 will get to $650 by the end of 2027. What do you think about that? Well, I talked about it on the Spawncast. I don't know if it's going to get to be that high, because right now it's at $500. So $150 by the end of next year. I don't think they're going to increase the price that many times. So I don't think so. And I don't think the PS5 is also going to be $1,500. I think it's going to be less than that. I think it's going to be like $1,000. But at $650, that's like almost, I want to say it's DOA, because it's obviously would still be a lot cheaper than most of the other systems. But I think that it's very bad. They need to figure out something else. Like, they need to increase the price of Nintendo Switch Online. That's what I would do. I would raise the price of NSO by $10 on off the top. So $60 and $30. That's still the cheapest online by far. And there's a lot of games on there. So if you raise that by $10, and if you keep the amount of people that you have, if you keep, and they have the family plan, just there's also, like, raise the family plan by $10 as well. If you do that, you can generate, I mean, there's 30 million people that have it right now. So let's look at a calculator. So calculator. So you've got 30, I think it's like 35 million or 34 million. Let's just go with 34 million. 34 million, and they're paying an average of, let's just say 50, 20, let's just say $30. Let's just say $30. So times 30. So you're looking at 35, you know, 34 million times $30 average. I mean, that's $1 billion, right? Unless my math is off. So if they raise the price of it, right? Because I averaged it out to be 30. So if they just raise the price, like the baseline of $30 for Nintendo Switch Online, that's a lot more revenue coming in. So subsidize it with that. Don't raise the price. Just raise the price of that, and raise the price of, like, controllers. Raise the price of everything else. Don't raise the price of the system to that high. Like, that'd be $200 in a year. that they've raised the price. That's unacceptable. I would be very much against that. Raise the price of Nintendo Switch Online instead, you know. Draconic Frost with the $10 dono and says, I'm playing FF7 for the first time. It's incredible. While playing, I found out that the game affected the Japanese economy so much that the government forced Square to release games only on weekends. FF7. I think Dragon Quest also did something like that too. But yeah, the productivity went all the way down. Men everywhere, men and women everywhere were like, I need to play this game instead. Combo breaks. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. I just got to answer this. My wife was calling me and was like, why aren't you going to work? Why aren't you? You have a job. You have another job that you got. I know you like your one job, but you know you have another job and other things to do, right? And I was like, yeah, it got canceled on me. I'm okay. Anyway, let's see here. Now look at the modern FF sales. Yeah, people don't care no more. Draconic Frost, thank you for the $10 dono, though, man. Thank you for the JoJo. I appreciate that. I'll play some Final Fantasy music for you. How about Final Fantasy 7 bombing theme remake? Let's see if I can get a remake going, and it's not gonna. All right, here we go. Thank you for the $10, though. I appreciate that. Seriously, thank you so much. 71 on the board. Combo breakers. Let's go. We might as well just go to the 3-hour distance anyway, because we're going to go, like, I mean, we're close, though. We're supposed to go 2 hours and 45 minutes. If we get 29 more combos, we'll get to the 3 hours, but I'm going to do it anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm just going to go to the distance anyway, since I got, you know, I got everything canceled on me, so I might as well just go to distance. Let's do it. I think Sony is due for a Wii U. I don't know if Sony's ever going to have a... Like, that to me seems impossible. Nintendo wasn't even due for a Wii U. That was just Nintendo completely, like, farting, sneezing, coughing, and blowing up all at the same time. Like, Nintendo just farted, sneezed, and coughed all at the same time somehow and imploded. Like that episode of Ren and Stimpy. Like, when they were trying to find out, like, what happened to the dinosaurs. And they're like, oh, I remember what happened. They sneezed, farted, and coughed, and then they blew up. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Like, Nintendo just absolutely kerfuffled. Like, Nintendo's not even due for another Wii U. Like, it's almost impossible to be... How do you own Mario, Zelda, and or you have the rights to Zelda, Mario, and Pokemon, and you only sell that? Like, that's, like, impossible. That's like a fluke. That's like, you don't see that, you know, that's almost never, like, to sell that bad, that's almost impossible. So that, to me, that's so fluky. And like I said, I don't see Sony, even with their first party that they have, right? Like, I just don't see them ever selling that low. Like, nobody sells that low. Not even Microsoft, right? Nobody sells that low. So that to me was just like super fluky and just crazy circumstances, you know. Nintendo cared about the Wii U, they just messed up. It was just a big mess up on their end. And not going to HD development with the Wii hurt them in the Wii U era. At least we got the 3DS out of the Wii U. Well, we got the Switch 1 out of the Wii U too. So the Wii U was a necessary... It's almost like it had to fail. They like failed upward to the Switch 1. So that taught them a lot of lessons. So yeah. Nintendo's president taking pay cuts instead of laying people off during the dark ages of the Wii U was a good decision. Nintendo has gone through fire and looking good so far. Yep. And also we found out the salaries of today of Nintendo's executives, at least some of them. Furukawa makes $2 million. Now obviously that's a lot of money, but I mean compared to how well Nintendo does, That's like if Nintendo was a Western business and had Western sensibilities, Furukawa would probably be making upwards of $10 million, $10 to $15 million. Sony CEO, I think that guy, I think he makes that much, or don't quote me on that, but he would definitely be making way more. So that's why I say when people say, oh, greed, I'm like, greed needs to manifest into material possessions. Someone can't be greedy and then you don't see what they spend their money on, unless they're just hoarders. Maybe Nintendo are just hoarders. But to me, I need to see greed manifest in things that happen. When I see, like I said, $2 million is a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. $2 million is a lot of money. But I do know, like, doctors and I do know lawyers that make significantly more than that. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and like they don't run multi-billion-dollar corporations. They're not the head of multi-billion-dollar corporations. Like I do know people that make upward of maybe around that. Like if they do put in their overtime and all that, they can make like, you know, like they make as much as Miyamoto. And I'm like, oh yeah, well you're a millionaire, you're doing good. But obviously taxes come into play, right? But you know, they work hard. They're at their job all the time. You know, dentists, things like that, right? So, like you make as much as Miyamoto? That's crazy.
What are the chances Sony pulls a fast one and makes Intergalactic a PS6 exclusive launch title? I can imagine them doing that, since they're going to need all the help they can get to sell PS6 at this point.
Yeah, I don't see them doing something like that. I think that would kill the sales of the game at the beginning of it. I mean, obviously that'd be good for the PS6 as an exclusive to get more people to try to buy it, but the problem would be like stock shortages, and I think the problem would be like the fact that you'd make way more money if you simply just put it on PS5. So yeah, I don't see them doing something like that. I thought Square Enix copyrights their music. They do copyright their music. I'm gonna have to scrub it later. So let's stop playing their music. Yeah, so they do copyright their music. I just played it because the guy dropped a big dono, so I played it. Thank you for the $3 dono. Shout out to Saxy Man. Thank you for the $5 dono. It says, I'm upset about Sony's decision to make like the next person, but if they decide to change their mind, wouldn't we just be prolonging the inevitable? Pretty much, yeah. No, that we've seen what their ultimate goal is. That's why I think that they're not going to change it, you know. Will the PlayStation executives do not do it good enough to warrant the money they make while laying off thousands of people? Yeah. Yep. It is what it is. Upper remain fair, but I've seen the Series X range sales with hard drop off to a certain point. No Wii U, but certainly a crawl when it comes to sales. I mean, yeah, sure. But I mean, like, I don't know if anyone's ever going to get down to like Wii U levels. Like 13 million units, that's like they're selling like 1 unit a month. Nintendo Wii U sales were so bad, I couldn't believe. I remember one time. Let me tell you something that was something really funny that happened to me. In about April, or was it April, or I forgot exactly when, but it was in early 2013. The sales numbers came out for the Wii U, and I had like an anime moment at my mom's house because I was like, how am I gonna talk about this? They sold like 160,000 units in like 3 months, right? Like, and I was like, oh! And I was like, oh! I was like, oh! Oh! Cause like, there's no way around. Yeah, it was a nutty. It was nutty. And like where the lens goes like a different color, like it turns like purple or blue, and like it's or like when Cloud, you know, in Final Fantasy VII, when like his memory, like they're messing with his brain, it's like it was like a, you know, dude, there's no getting around it. It sold so bad. To the point where there's no amount of damage control, there's no amount of anything that can save that how bad those sales were. And I was just like, yeah, this is not good, dude. This is not good. I actually think the first moment where I was like, uh-oh, was when I saw, and this is usually different from how I usually think, obviously it's different, but when I saw, you know, with Switch 2, it was different because we saw Mario Kart World, we saw Donkey Kong Bonanza, we knew Pokemon was coming, So even if the graphics weren't like, obviously they weren't on the level, but we know that it's a hybrid platform, there was way more confidence behind it. So yeah, you're not fazed by graphics from other systems, like whatever, right? But I remember when I first saw Killzone Shadowfall, and then I looked, you know, Nintendo had already launched their system in 2012, the Wii U, and like we saw Nintendo Land and we saw New Super Mario Bros. And then Sony showed off in early 2020 or 2013. Sony showed off Killzone Shadowfall, and like they're like panning the shot from like the helicopter. I was like, I mean, that game ended up not being that great, but from a visual perspective, I was like, whoa, this is really good. I'm like, oh, I think Wii U's in trouble. That's what I said. I think this is. This is not great. This is not great, man. So, yeah, Wii U sold good off the top. It sold okay. I mean, it sold 3 million, you know, in that first, I think 2 months or so between the Japanese launch and the US launch, or like the worldwide launch. But even if you compare that to the Switch 2 sold 3 million in 3 days. Like, I mean, and that's not normal, right? That's obviously like, it sold 3.5 million like in 3 or 4 days, right? So that's the thing, man. So it was like a bad scenario, a bad situation going on there, you know? Yeah, exactly. It sold so bad my brain glitched, you know? And back then, I still do now sometimes, but back then I used to get into all sorts of like stuff with people on, not even Twitter. It was like VG 24/7. Like that's where people used to go, and like they would argue about stuff, and they used to go there and like they would troll the Nintendo fans all day about the Japanese sales. Because like, you know, the PS Vita and like the PS4 PS Vita was doing sometimes better than the Wii U, not all the time, but sometimes. But like the PS4 was definitely doing better. Like PS4 was doing better, like sales wise. Sometimes Wii U would do better, but a lot of times PS4 would do better. But yeah, it was bad, bro. It was bad. It was pretty bad. Do you think Intergalactic is a 2027 game? Maybe. I was 21 at the time when my first serious relationship. I remember my GF at the time. I was asking if I wanted to go to someone's house and got it. I found out that day. Oh, okay, yeah. About the sales numbers. Let's see, it can't sell like that when you got... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said they brain farted, right? You said that they were drunk, right, Nick? So they were drunk, they brain farted. Like, how do you have Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon, and you can't sell more than 13 million? That makes no sense. Like, that makes zero sense. So that was just a brain fart. It was just a bad planning, bad marketing, bad mistake. Like, just bad, like, bad system planning. Like, it was just all around, you know, it was just not a good idea, you know? Like, a lot of bad ideas compounded to each other. 160k units worldwide. I don't think people actually remember how bad the Wii U was doing. When people were saying the Switch 2 was going to sell like the Wii U, I knew instantly they didn't know what they were talking about. Yeah, like a lot of people thought that it was like, when people said it's going to sell like the Wii U, I'm like, dude, nobody sells like the Wii U. Like, I don't even sell as bad as the Wii U. You know what I'm saying? Like, my videos sell better than the Wii U. My videos sell better than the Wii U, bro. Like, I don't, and I'm not even like a big time content creator. Like, come on now. Like, nobody sells as bad as the Wii U. Like, nobody sells as bad as the Wii U. Like, the Wii U was an anomaly, bro. There's no way. There's no way. Yeah, Pokemon was not, well, it was technically, I mean, they had like a little Pokemon game. But yeah, no mainline Pokemon games were on the Wii U. But the problem was like Super Mario 3D World should have been at launch. That should have been a launch title for the Wii U. That needed to be a launch title. That couldn't be a game that comes a year later. Like a 2D Mario game at the launch, that's not enough. Because we just got the 2D Mario games like a bunch of times before then. We got in 2009, we got New Super Mario Bros. No, 2006 we got New Super Mario Bros. 2009 we got New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I think there was a New Super Mario Bros. Game that came out on the 3DS. So we had already gotten, or I think that was that same year or the year after, I forgot. But like, there had already been so much New Super Mario Bros. We had already gotten multiple ones. Like, that's not something that's going to push your system. We needed 3D World at launch. So if they had 3D World at launch, and they had Nintendo Land, and then they had maybe like New Super Mario Bros. A little bit after that, and then they had like, if they had like Bayonetta sooner and all that, then it would have been better. They could have sold a bit better, probably in the N64 range, probably in the N64 range, if they would have sold better, if they would have had that. The Virtual Console and Game Jaguar sold worse than the Wii U. Well, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think you meant Virtual Boy, not Virtual Console. Yes, Nintendo's had systems that sold worse, but yeah, that's the Jaguar, dude. Like the Jaguar, look, listen, I was alive when the Jaguar was getting marketed. I remember seeing it on TV, and I see the price, and I just saw the system itself, and I'm like, yeah, like, I don't know if I want a system named after a big cat. I'm telling you, that people back in the day, like, the gaming industry was so different. Like, people would buy stuff, or people would do, based off, like, the name. Sometimes. Even just like this, bro, like, and yes, the Crumb side was a war zone. You have to fight for your life if you rep the Wii U. Seriously, man. I haven't seen all of Scott's videos on the Wii U. No, I haven't seen all his videos on it. But, like, the Jaguar was just, like, it was like a blip in the radar. Like, it was like nothing. I would see the Jaguar in stores, and I'm like, yeah, that doesn't have Mario, or, yeah, that's not Crash Bandicoot, or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, or that's not Final Fantasy. Or, like, nobody cared. Like, when the Jaguar came out, nobody cared. Everybody was still playing Sega, still playing Sonic, still playing, you know, Nintendo, like Super Mario World. People were still playing, you know, we're looking forward to 64 or Star Fox or like Final Fantasy, or like Jaguar was just, it was just seen as like a off, like it was like the off brand. It was definitely Temu. Atari was like, at that point it was Temu. It was like an off brand thing that nobody cares about, you know, or that some people care about, but a lot of people don't. Like, you know, it was definitely seen as like off brand or like ghetto, or off brand or like ghetto back then. Yeah, $349 was expensive, but they did lower the price down to $299. That was still a lot, though, for a lot of people. I think if the Wii U launched at, like, maybe $199, and obviously they couldn't because of the gamepad, but if they somehow could get it to $199, and it was, like, not, like, in depth, I think it could have done significantly better, like, $199. Or, like, $250. Do you think ET game was the biggest game flop? I'm pretty sure ET game was like the biggest game flop or one of the biggest game flops. It was one of the biggest game flops. Probably the biggest game flop is like Concord. Went to my mate's house who got a Wii U. When I got home, my mom looked with me and said, "You want it, don't you?" And I looked at her and straight in her eyes and said, "Hell no, I'm good." Oh yeah, man. I mean, listen, I'll keep it a buck with you. I played the heck out of that system because I played Super Smash Brothers. I love Smash. That's like one of my favorite franchises. So I played the heck out of Smash. I love Bayonetta. I 100%ed Bayonetta on the Xbox 360 before I even knew it was coming to Wii U. So I mean, like, Bayonetta was huge for me. So I played the heck out of Bayonetta. You know. I don't know who this is. Hold up. I played the heck out of Bayonetta. I played the heck out of, like, what else? I played the heck out of, like, even, like, Mario Maker back in the day. I kind of played a lot of that. I played a lot of New Super Mario Bros. I played a lot of Nintendo Land. I played a lot of Super Mario 3D World. I like that game. I played a lot of Hyrule Warriors. I played a lot of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I beat that game twice. I thought it was fun. Like, I played a lot of Pokken Tournament. I played Wind Waker HD. I played The Wonderful 101. Like, I played a ton of games. I played Sonic Lost World. There's a lot of games that I played. Like, I played a lot of games on there, you know? But, you know, it obviously didn't do that well. Yeah, there was there was a lot of individual. I played a lot of Mario Kart. Oh my god, we played Mario Kart all the time on the Wii U. Like, Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U was, like, lit. So it was like, yeah, it sold like trash, and yes, it didn't have third-party bangers a lot, and like there was a lot of problems. But like whenever a banger did come out, it was fun as heck, dude. You know, so it was fun. I mean, yeah, obviously 3DS was better because it had more games. But like I said, when a banger came out for the Wii U, I was playing it. Yeah, Splatoon, we played Splatoon. Played the heck out of Splatoon. that was such an innovative and fun game for its time, you know, like with the Wii U gamepad. So, yeah, it was cool. Rate these flops. Concord, High Guard, Marathon. I mean, they're all... I mean, I'd probably say like the biggest flop is Concord, and the next biggest flop is High Guard, and Marathon is way more successful than those other two games. I mean, I did play Devil's Third, but I didn't like that game too much. Oh yeah, Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Yep, Tokyo Mirage Sessions, another banger. Xenoblade Chronicles X, another banger. Yep, another good one. Xenoblade Chronicles X. Like, there was some dope games on there. It was fun, but once again, that doesn't excuse all the other stuff that happened, you know, with the system. So that doesn't excuse everything else, man. There was still a lot of problems, still a ton of problems. I did play Dr. Luigi a lot. Yeah, I did play Dr. Luigi. I thought it was fun. I like Dr. Mario. I played a lot of Dr. Mario back in the day with my brother, so it was cool to see Dr. Luigi. I didn't play the Yoshi games as much. I do remember Lego City, though. I do remember that. Yeah, Splatoon 1 was great. Oh, yeah, I played a ton of Zombie U. I beat Zombie U at launch. Yep. Played a ton of Zombie U. I got all my Wii U. I still got all my Wii U games, man. I still got all my Wii U stuff, so... I might start collecting more Wii U games now, though. They're starting to get a bit more expensive, so I might start actually collecting some Wii U games. If the Wii U backwards compatibility didn't suck, if it didn't take so damn long to load, I'd probably still my Wii U a bit more. Yeah. Yeah. Did you play Mario Tennis Ultra Smash? Nah, I didn't really play that one as much, no. Lost Reavers is not a banger. Not a banger. Not a banger. Not a banger at all. Not even close. Yo, is it Radic? Yo, thank you for the Twitch follow. I appreciate that. What's up, man? Welcome. We are ending the stream, though. I'm sorry, man. You came in at the end of the stream, but thank you for the follow, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right. So we are going to, I'm going to send you guys over to the new video that I'm about to drop. I'm actually going to drop it right now. So yeah, the new video is up, guys. I want to say thank you to everybody who came out to today's stream. Please, we've got 250 people plus watching across the board. If you guys can do me a solid, like, honestly, I'm going to beg for it. So I'm not going to beg for shilling stuff, but if you guys can do me a solid and check out my video, I just linked it. Those that are on Twitch, and if you're on YouTube, yo, if you guys can watch my video right now, if all of you guys went over there, like 250 people went over there and watched the vid right now, like, it would help it get to my other subs, because YouTube's stupid. So it doesn't help to get to all my other subs, man. So if you guys can watch it, I talk about Sony ending physical games. It gets worse. And situation with Octopath Traveler. So I talk about those two bad situations going on there. So check out the vids, guys. They're good stuff. We're going to be having more. I might have another one for you guys later. Now that I don't have my other job to go to and other family stuff to do, I might make another one. I might work on that. I might take a chill pill for right now, relax for a bit, hang out with my son, take care of him, and then I'll probably I might make another video for you guys tonight. We'll see what other news pops up. But thank you guys so much for watching today. Thank you guys so much for being awesome. Like I said, if you guys all head over to my new video, I would really, really, really appreciate it. And like I said, it would help filter out to my other, what's it called? My other subs on my channel. So thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate it. I'm gonna spam it right now. I'm spamming. So all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Head over to my video. It's up, it's ready to go, it's live, it's locked in, it's loaded, it's all ready to go. So thank you guys so much for watching. Head over to my other video, and yeah, I'll see you guys for the next one. All right, guys, love y'all. Thank you so much to Justin. Thank you for the support, Shinru. Thank you guys for the big donos. Thank you to everybody that came out to the stream tonight. All right, guys, love y'all. Peace. Go over, watch my video if you can, please. I'd really appreciate it. I'll link it one more time. Hit the link, guys, or just go to my channel and watch it. All right, guys, love y'all. Peace.